Let's get the night rocking and rolling. What's up, Jordan? Dahmer's Hobby 37.
And some of these other teams are looking to kind of ramp up as well. I got to believe at some point Golden State's going to start to participate. They're going to want to try to revamp their roster. So if you're the Denver Nuggets, this is a good start.
On Looney to the Pels. Yes. Just Monday, tonight a night of moves.
Michael Porter Jr., who's been terrific there, you won a championship with. But in terms of a piece of the puzzle, in a lot of ways, on paper, he fits better because of the way he can move without the basketball.
Little fresh rip.
Right into what a guy like Jokic likes to do. Such a great passer. Movement is a benefit when he's got the ball in his hand.
All right, we have more movement, and it looks like the New Orleans Pelicans, Chris, they have acquired Kevon Looney, 10-year vet with the Golden State Warriors, champion. What do you think of that move for the New Orleans Pelicans to add Kevon Looney?
Kevon Looney, I mean, good move. It was, I think it was due time. Kevon Looney, Golden State Warriors, 10 years. He accomplished a lot of things in the league. It's going to be his first time outside the Bay Area.
Putting that bad juju on me. Oh, man, we're playing full season next year. You're getting a full season in.
I'm looking at it as the Warriors. The Warriors are trying to create space because they obviously want to change the direction of that in the front court. Kevon Looney has had a terrific career and he's a great person. And I think when you start looking at it from a basketball standpoint, there are limitations in terms of his skill set. And so this would kind of make more sense now that they're going to try to definitely go out and get the deal done with Al Horford. He's going to give them spacing. He's a terrific defender. Still gets top impact to paint. And he's got such great experience.
So fresh rib.
The things he could do. He's terrific at the high post. He's a really good passer. So he would seem to be a perfect fit. And this is one of those scenarios where it also kind of tells you that they've moved on and they're looking at that.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah, I would say New Orleans just addressing their center spot. It's been a sore spot for them. Regardless who's been in charge of the organization the last couple of years.
Clyde the Glide, Allen Iverson, Legends Groove. So Curry's Super. Showstoppers Fractal. The Fractal. The Chef. Levis Missy. Topic. Giannis press proof. James Harden 125. Joker 0 grab.
You do not want to give up a top 4 or 5 pick, especially if you're a team like New Orleans. So I think Looney, if he can play and stays healthy, gives him a veteran presence, played in a lot of big games, and we know he's a rock solid piece of a good team.
It's McCain Rook.
And that's what I was going to ask you about, G.
And Jalen Wills. Vince Williams Jr. So 199. Let's connect. Press proof. Purple swish. Luka Unleashed. Luka swish. Otto's still hiding in the Russ hobby. Oh, thank you, Jordan.
Obviously, a guy that understands building young players and veterans together. It seems like part of that $16 million he's going to pay Kevon.
What's up, Kevin? It's going good now, man. It's all these big nugget moves. Can't wait for next season to start.
The way that the Warriors want to play, he really wasn't a great fit for them, because he's not a guy that can play above the free throw line consistently. And so that made sense. And this is going to speak more to the system and the style that you're going to see from New Orleans.
Yeah, not this upcoming year. Ain't going to work like that coming up. Right, what up, big dog? 25. Hobby 11, 17, 20.
So we'll just have to kind of wait and see. I'm not going to judge Joe Dumars' moves yet until we see what the products are on the floor. Because,
Donra, 17, 20.
Felt confident enough that he was such a good player that they were willing to make again by giving us that big next year. And Ryan talked about it. That draft, there's going to be some high-end talent. We talked about this year. The thought process is making sure that there's some really special young players if they ultimately continue to speculation, but we'll have to wait and see. But New Orleans is definitely consistent.
Let's look for all three in the Russ.
Cam Boozer is absolutely going to be a
Back
stud.
will Prince Fielder, purple optic. A 39 of 49. Baez Dolander. Lee Colin Houck, Rainbow House Optic. Alvin Kamara to the Broncos? No. We don't need any more running backs. Wagner. Ooh, little prime time. What is that? A hit list. A cool insert. Haven't seen one of those yet. Little short prints. Little neon Dion. Steelers fleeced. Yeah, that was a crazy trade. Your Kyle Tucker 199 and balling. Or Travis Bazana, nice reptilian gold 42.50. Talk to him, Ball Raj. Cags, VIP, Cam Smith, unnumbered speckle. D'Angelo Ortiz. So good stack right there. Thank you, Jeff. Cam Johnson coming to Denver. Brucey Brown back in. Ooh. Oh. Corbin T. Triple Destined Fresh Pizza. This is the last two blasters we got. Check some check. Get a lot more coming. What up, Big Clay? Last 27? Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, y'all got what? Johnny, who else? Johnny Smith and oh, Mega. Last 1-6. Aha, I like what you did there, Kevin. Autobots rollouts. Oh, Team Rocket's Moltres CX. Zero Aura. That's right, Ramsey and Janu. Yeah, y'all flew who? The Miami? Fleeced Miami with that. Tasha, Alyssa Thomas, Green, Williams Ice.
All right, more moves. D'Angelo Russell headed to
Mercedes Russell. Stephanie Soares.
with Anthony Davis.
And no double C's. Oh, thank you, Corey.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is aggressive. I don't want to call it a back draft, but we know Kyrie Irving's going to be out for most of this season, so they value the point guard. They got D'Angelo Russell. Got him on the cheap as well. The situation doesn't good out there for the salary landscape, but what are you laughing at, Chris? What's
My man Cooper in his suit. Hold on, can we bring that back up? I just love it.
Don't we got we could have put him in a uniform.
Oh man, I love to see it.
Catch that, man.
Because here's the thing, if you've ever met Cooper Flag, he is all business. That should be, they should just.
Mavs got a team.
Like, don't ever put a jersey on Cooper, man, because that guy is all about his business. But I just found that to be interesting. But
Kyrie, Coop, Clay, AD. That's a hell of a squad right there. Kevin, Transformers, but nasty.
D'Angelo Russell in the right situation is great. Very efficient player, terrific passer. You know, the one big glaring issue is not a great defender, but this is a perfect team for you to be a perimeter guy to emulate defense. I mean, they've got the best defensive front line in basketball, and so this is a team that even in the absence of Kyrie, with that signing, they're going to have a chance in the Western Conference. That roster is loaded, and Lively is the guy that's the X factor for me, because I think he's got probably the most potential that nobody talks about. You know, he really showed great improvement with his ability to play facing the basket last year. Much improved passer from the free throw line extended.
Brucey coming back.
He's only going to get better. So I'm one of those guys, even after, if you notice, all the Luka hate.
Autobots. Rainbow foil. Is it a wind charger?
And Ryan, to that point, I mean, just looking at the depth chart, you go, okay,
It's a
plus
cool
defender,
set.
plus defender, plus defender, plus defender.
There we go. Thank you, Kevin.
Situations, but if there's a team that to hide them on defensively, I mean, adding Cooper Flag, perimeter defense, when you have Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford back there, seems like a great fit for Russell to have a good year.
No question about it, Chris. Sometimes things surprise us in free agency.
Yes, sir.
Two of the most obvious things this year.
Bo's me wheeling and dealing this year.
Are going to add a center, and the Dallas Mavericks badly needed a point guard. In fact, they may need to sign somebody else. Because in addition to the injury to Kyrie Irving, which will keep him out likely for most or all of next season, his two backups, Spencer Dinwiddie and Dante Exum.
Luke Cornett, San Antonio.
A good first step for Dallas. They didn't have
Out of love, they got Luke. But
well,
it's expensive.
Player option that he can opt into or out of
4 year, 41.
this year. But I agree with what
Clint to Houston. God, what is up with tonight?
This is probably the best opportunity D'Angelo Russell's going to get to be a starter, to improve his market value.
Ty Jerome to the Grizz.
But then if and when Kyrie comes back later this year, to your point, Chris, he slides to a backup role, maybe a combo guard role. But I would expect the Mavs to add another point guard, even if it's just a minimum guy. Because you don't want all your eggs to be in that D'Angelo Russell basket, because in case he gets hurt, they're pretty thin on the depth chart.
Old D-Lo.
Another move to announce. How about Luke Cornett from the Boston Celtics? So they lose Kristaps Porzingis, now Luke Cornett as well. 4 year, $41 million deal.
Hey, you know what? I guarantee you, he was a guy that the Celtics probably wanted to.
They get paid his money.
Sign him at that number, especially when they're trying to shed salary right now.
Not in terms of either the average annual value, $10 million a year, but I think the years might have been even more problematic, Greg, given what they're paying Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, looking forward. So great business for Luke Cornett, one of the most popular Celtics over the last couple of years. The Unicornet, as they call him in Boston.
The Unicornet.
He played very well in the Celtics, for the Celtics. Now all eyes in Boston will shift back to Al Horford. Chris has reported that Golden State has interest. We know Horford's still playing at an extremely high level.
Pack's wide open.
Now I think with Cornett leaving, it probably makes it more imperative for the Celtics, if they want to stay competitive this upcoming season, which I think they do, to try to re-sign Al Horford.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's time that we get familiar with Kevin Jelly. You know, he's the nephew of Dikembe Mutombo. He's been in their G League for a while. 25-year-old, I think, for the Boston Celtics next season. That's a name that we're going to have to get familiar with. But, Chris, when I look at the San Antonio Spurs, right, rookie of the year, back-to-back years of Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle. Then they get Dylan Harper, who might be the best scorer in the draft, to go along with this group. They didn't give up a lot to get here. It just seems like they are a team poised to take off.
The future is bright. The future is bright. They contemplated going after Kevin Durant as well. So they're still within reach. If they did want to tinker with their core and bring in a top flight player, they can do that. and they have so many assets. They're looking good. I consider them right now the OKC Junior, just as far as how their roster is assembled, the young assets.
It took a while for us to pick up pace on this show, but here we go. Clint Capella headed back to the Houston Rockets. Agreed to a 3-year, $21 million deal.
Clint.
For Houston, you kind of looked at how things were shaking out, and Ryan said he's like, oh yeah, they're having
Denver, they drop it 15th strength of schedule. Right in the middle.
Shinguini and now Clint Capella.
Shinguini.
They've got great depth there. You just wonder if that's going to be the final roster, or they're in the process of maybe doing something else. Because, you know, with Steven Adams, you would assume all three guys are going to play. Shingun's minutes are going to continue to rise, but this is a good sign. Clint Capella is still a terrific player, especially as a backup at this stage of his career, and also kind of fits the culture there because he's a defensive-oriented player who can impact the rim on both ends.
Yeah, we saw Houston in the playoffs really work.
All right, wide open.
Outbridge, Shingun, and Steven Adams on the floor.
Outbridge, Shinguino.
If they're up to something else in Houston, because they've had an active offseason, and now they have a lot of assets to keep this thing going, as we are now an hour and a half into free agency. But guys, about 3.5 hours into our particular show. What do you got?
A new one coming across the wire, Chris, from ESPN. They report Karis LeVert agreed to a 2-year, $29 million deal with the Detroit Pistons. We'll see if that's the full mid-level or
$29 million.
I think we thought all along. Detroit needs another ball handler.
No, not yet, Jeff. No, Hawk City grabbed the. He didn't get much, but I'd imagine tomorrow, Wednesday.
And then Tim Hardaway Jr. We'll see if they re-sign him or is the odd man out. But Detroit wants to take a big step. And
Yeah, they didn't come in today.
Greg said just a minute ago that the East is wide open, and if your team was in the middle of the Eastern Conference a year ago, especially Detroit Pistons specifically, who were the most improved team in the league, they won 30 more games last year than they did the previous year. This is another aggressive move, getting a ball-handling combo guard in Karis LeVert.
You didn't do it, my friend. Whenever you talk about the Pistons on this show, you got to go Detroit basketball. But here's the deal. Now that he mentions that, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, you had him between the Pistons and the Hawks. So we see Karis LeVert go to Detroit. Now it just feels like all the pieces coming together for Nickeil Alexander-Walker end up in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, it looks like that can be the case unless Minnesota last minute can pull some strings to keep them into the fold. But yes, it's looking like Atlanta definitely has a pathway.
Does Minnesota have any money left? Because this is getting outrageous. I know they were top 2 in salary last year.
Get blasters.
And now that they've signed Naz Reid and Julius Randle back, right? Can they bring in Nickeil Alexander?
So yeah, how'd it go?
I don't think so, unless they offset some salary.
Anything big in it?
To re-sign Joe Ingles, looks like that's going to be a better
Anthony, what's up, brother?
at 38 years old.
Yes, sir. Good weekend, man.
The roster,
So we have. Give me till tomorrow. The package arrived. Somebody opened it and I guess thought there were cards for us.
and the max, Anthony Edwards,
So I got
Rudy Gobert,
somebody on that looking for it tomorrow, and I'll hit you up in the messages.
Naz Reid about 21.
Yeah, we should be able to find everything.
24, and then Dante DiVincenzo. So, in addition to my comments, so I could go on and on. I probably gave you too much
John.
information.
Ooh, did hit the bones.
I don't
Blue
think
auto,
they're
Holloway
re-signing,
Market
Nickeil
champions.
Alexander-Walker, but
Damn, those are 2 solid autos.
Atlanta does want Alexander Walker as
Any of the big rookies?
half base just to sign him. So we'll
Any 2? How about Josh Van, man?
Minnesota, knowing the
Any big Van stuff? Who else? Gene Silva has rookies in there.
And doing the sign and trade with Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
I was looking, trying to pick up some Van stuff.
That expires next week.
You know what it is. Timberwolves are spending that Yankees money with
I know his stuff is going crazy right now. Right, what up, Jerk? Fresh Stripes.
I think everyone on this set.
Yes, sir, MPJ. Finally, man. Yes, sir, you know it, Anthony. Finally, Michael Porter. Gone like the
This
wind.
balance doesn't just happen. With subtle notes of bright cherry and warm vanilla, there's a method to our smoothness. Maker's Mark, perfectly unreasonable.
This is a story about the one who never stops. She needs a reliable partner, like Ranger, who works around the clock. Because she knows the domino effect is real. And there's never a good time for downtime. When it's all on the line, having the supply she needs makes all the difference. The industrial grade products you need, all in one place. Call Quick Grainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, look. Great blue heron.
Oh, your favorite.
You know, when I go, I'd like to leave some money to the local bird conservancy.
Oh, that's a beautiful legacy to her.
Doesn't count.
Generous, but final wishes need to be more finalized. What you need is a will.
Luckily, Trust and Will makes it easy to create a legally valid, state-specific document that actually counts. What's that?
That's a duck.
Start your will at trustandwill.com now and make it count.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. The Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles and Dune Ranch. Pickle-rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Bill Meal, and it's a work of art.
It's a couple refractors. Not too shabby. I bet that's a fun rub. It's been crazy today. Let's see where Aiden lands.
Everything needs to feel just right, from the presentation to the products. 4imprint provides outstanding branded gear, guaranteed to show up sharp and right on time. That's the certainty of 4imprint. Check out 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain. DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34.
Fresh packets.
Sold for less than $20. Go to DealDash.com and see how much you can save.
Two legends unite.
Focus!
Welcome to the Marcos Pizza Dojo. Some train others are handcrafted. Enjoy the pepperoni magnifico for $9.99. And see Karate Kid Legends exclusively here.
Karate Kid.
In elementary school, for me, the game of basketball.
Steven Garneau Jr. So 199 Hogan Nelson. Red ink. 42 and 99. So I'm taking one down on the fresh start. Picking there. Thank you, Jared.
It literally takes you back to being a rookie again, where it's new, it's fun, it's fresh, and it's exciting.
All right, a trade for the Denver Nuggets, traded Michael Porter Jr., an unprotected 2032 first-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson. They also re-signed Bruce Brown. Of course, a reunion from that 2023 championship team. So
Championship team.
Nuggets, they get some depth, and they get guys that really fit into what they're doing and that really fit.
Oh, it's so huge.
Yeah, I'm a big Cam Johnson fan, just because of the way he plays. Every year he's gotten better. And his ability to play without it. I think sometimes
Love me some Cam Johnson.
like he's improved his ability to play with the ball, but it's his movement without it that really puts a lot of pressure on defense. And that's one thing you learn as a fan of basketball watching the Pacers play. You know, they don't allow you to guard the ball when they're playing their best basketball. And Cam Johnson kind of fits that mold. And again, it ties in beautifully with how Nikola Jokic likes to play. He's going to be posted up at that high post a lot, and he's going to react based on how guys are playing off the basketball. It's such a luxury. And again, even though Michael Porter Jr. is a terrific player.
Haha, my man. Thank you, Mackenzie.
Championship with him,
Just what I was saying.
the fact that they
MPJ.
in a lot of ways that you could argue might be a
Going like the wind. Bruce coming back to us.
I think that bodes well for them in the future.
And from a,
All is right in the world.
two players for the price of one. Like Michael Porter Jr., obviously a guy that when he was coming into the NBA, highly touted, had the back injury, then he had the shoulder injury in his postseason run. Bringing Bruce Brown back and Cam Johnson to fill that hole that Michael Porter Jr. had two players instead of one.
Yeah, I give Michael Porter Jr. a lot of credit. As Greg mentioned, he was a key piece of that 2023 championship team. And this was a guy who, coming into the league in 2018, there were significant questions about his health in the back in particular. Would he hold out 7 or 8 years later?
MPJ, go away.
But the contract wasn't the reason for this trade.
Oh, Mike the Brooklyn.
$40 million this year, $41 million next year. He was for a contract extension with Denver. So I think that was a choice. Either do we extend them or trade them? And we know their salary structure was pretty messed up.
So we got a bunch more WNBA Prison Blasters in today.
And then
They're stocked up on those.
Making just $8 million. So this is a difficult team to construct trades with, given the salary matching rules.
To Siberia.
Not only getting a player ahead, like Greg mentioned, Cameron Johnson beautifully, I think.
Poor Michael Porter.
Shooting off movement and defends, but also going to the one team with significant cap space in Brooklyn to reduce
Michael
their payroll
Porter.
as well. So there were questions. Would they use Porter Jr. in a salary dump? Would they be able to get value? I think they kind of did both in the situation. But they got a player who can really help in Cameron Johnson and reduce their payroll while expanding their depth. So to me, Denver's having a really nice offseason so far.
And for the Nets, they draft 5 guys in the first round.
No, nothing yet. Nothing yet.
This team is what,
He said he got a little bit of UFC Chrome coming. My guess would be tomorrow, hopefully.
Going to be yet, because in essence, you got to see what all these young guys look like.
I do a little Josh Van chase. Oh, how about Van Saturday night? That dude is a beast.
Much like I looked at the Orlando Magic 3 years ago, where you're going to just let this group go out there, and then they're going to determine who's going to be a part of the future. They're going to all get the opportunity, I would assume, unless they make some other moves. I know they still have some salary they got to fill out, right? They're going to have to still bring a few guys in, but in essence, they're a blank slate, and they're going to give these young guys an opportunity to see if they're going to be a part of that Brooklyn Nets future.
And remember, on the Denver Nuggets front, there's a lot of pressure to make sure the Joker is happy. There's a lot of pressure over there.
I'll make sure the Joker's happy.
Right here, I think if you're the
Happy Joker.
probably happy with what is going on. Obviously, not losing a teammate that you won a championship with is never a good feeling. But on everything else that they've done thus far, Bruce Brown, Cam Johnson to the fold, that definitely brings some life. Definitely needed energy to that core.
Mega Tart. No blast close.
Denver Nuggets, they moved on from the championship coach Michael Malone, also from their front office and Calvin Booth. So
Oh, Shakira. So Osborne cracked ice.
So to your point, as well. But for Miles Turner, still waiting to hear news.
Naira Sabali, Tamika ice. Double C on the back. Take the base. And Carly. It's a variation. Huge night for the Nuggets, Kyle. We'll bring the Harrison Ice. Douglas. Oh, double C love.
They're good for squad goals and squad.
Oh, thank you, Mac.
People good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Let's enjoy it together. Official spirit of U.S. Soccer.
I'm certain it's level 5. Are you for infants certain? I'm certain it's level 5.
Adios. Adios, Mike.
Like the certainty of Ford Imprint. Your home for
Be hurt throwing a brick somewhere else.
exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your
Yeah, I mean,
next event on
no doubt. I think they're more excited signing their first stuff. I'm sure they don't sign nearly as much as... I just seen pictures of the amount of stickers the pros and college dudes are signing. I'll be honest, if I saw that many, I would shorten my signature up. A decent amount. If you're just signing stickers.
Some things are better left to a professional.
Drive so fast.
Like when it comes to finding financial advisors. So leave it to Smart Asset to find them for you. Take the free quiz at smartasset.com. Then you'll be matched with up to 3
Alright, let it out, Noah.
advisors. To get started, take the advisor match.
I know it's tough being a Kings fan.
To avoid digital threats, just turn on NordVPN. It'll improve your protection against trackers.
Alright, what up, who?
Malware-ridden
Full blast.
Yeah.
I subscribe to no Testament.
I subscribe and have subscribe. I mean, I subscribe to all the channels I love and
Prime Day is coming July 8th through 11th with great deals on whatever you're getting into next. What's the move?
There you go, King. Next.
Can't go? Discover new Dopalax liquid gel. Reactivates your natural gut rhythm overnight.
Pods has storage that comes to you. Use it to downsize, renovate, or redecorate. Keep it at home or store it at a secure pod storage center. See why customers gave Pods 4.9 out of 5.
Final ink out the blaster.
Pods.com today.
My basketball journey began when I was 3 years old. I couldn't really left the video game.
Come on, Noah. Sabonis ain't averaging nearly a 30-point triple-double last year. Oh, you got the full blaster. Alright, put a good luck shuffle on it. Williams VIP is Gonzalez. Well, Noble.
Clippers, I think, had the third-rated defense in the league. They re-signed James Harden. They agreed today to re-sign Nicholas Batum. So I really like the way their roster looks. They won 50 games a year ago. They pushed the Denver Nuggets to 7 games in the first round of the playoffs. And now they add another Lopez, who can not only defend, but can stretch the floor as well.
Yeah, when I look at the rest of this
Jace Young.
they accomplished last year, they also re-signed James Harden. To terms with him 2 years.
They offered Jokic for Bol straight up. They wouldn't do it.
Yeah, listen, the way they're constructed, that probably makes a lot of sense because he's also going to give him a change of pace.
Sis, Okondon, greatness loading.
Right, when he's on the floor, he's going to space
And
the floor,
Z.
open up the paint a little bit
Little Giancarlo Lara.
and he also
Reptilian first.
protection as well. So,
And no ink and numbered love.
feels like they are still there with a chance
Oh, thank you, Hoop.
Western Conference. And
Oh, greedy blaster.
against the Denver Nuggets, you know, in that 7th game. So, talk about Chris Paul potentially because they're still going to have to make another move or two to kind of finish out the rest of that roster.
Zubac and Brook Lopez. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
He's making me smile. Dude, I wanted Lonzo so bad.
What options do the Lakers have?
Lonzo's going to be a good fit in Cleveland.
That was like 4 hours ago we were saying Hayden to the Lakers. That's who's
Mackenzie full up.
Subtraction.
It's multiplication for the Lakers there. So, look, for those tuning in about 4 hours, they honestly agree terms with the Lakers, and now that the other 2 centers are off the board, Frank does feel like that's inevitable. But
I'm about 8 into LA.
situation, right? Because it's a buyout with Portland, pass through waivers before, correct?
Theoretically, yes, it's complicated.
Sir.
In reality, it's not that complicated because now
Wrong rook.
making moves they
Alyssa Peely.
aren't any teams in the league
It's a red Pulsar $2.99.
that $35 million.
Ivana Jokic.
So if we gave back $20 million to the Portland Trailblazers, which has been reported, then I'll still pocket 25 from the Blazers.
Staley Kia Nurse.
And get from another team, which looks like it's going to be the Lakers. One other thing I said earlier in the show, Chris, that I think is proving to be true: the Lakers are not going to be able to sign
Stewie Green.
that $14.1 million forward and re-sign Dorian Finney-Smith. Well, Finney-Smith is gone. Chris Haynes broke this.
Shakira Ice.
So all signs point to the Lakers using that $14.1 million.
Yeah, Sue Bird, silver. Off center.
Maybe, I mean, they could have used a portion of the mid-level, that big mid-level.
Lon and Nancy Lieberman Ice. Oh, double C's. Next blaster, we kicking in that fresh stack we got.
Keep in mind the fact that Ayton's getting so much money from Portland already, I think makes him willing to probably take less than what he thinks his market value is. to getting into great opportunity. And in my opinion, there's no better situation for DeAndre Ayton than playing center alongside LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves.
And to that point, GA, you got to look at it from the perspective of DeAndre Ayton, right? A guy that was drafted.
What up, Francis? On Spaceball 1-8.
With the Phoenix Suns and has really had some issues in his career since. Going to the Lakers does feel like an opportunity for a reclamation project for this point in his career.
First, I think you hit it right on the head. I think he needs the Lakers as much as the Lakers need him for that very reason, because they're
Ryan Braun, Colt Keith, Marvels.
Number one pick in the draft that also had Trae Young and Luka Doncic. And so, what better way to kind of rescue
Travis Bazzana, Rainbow Foil. It's a prospect. Well, Colts prospects, Roman. And all 3 hits, still hiding that Dahmer's baseball.
And he's going to have an opportunity to play a few best passes in the game. And I don't think there's any scenario where that wouldn't benefit him in terms of his growth and that reclamation project that you talk about.
And lastly, real quick, Milwaukee Bucks lost their starting center in this deal to going to the Clippers. So Giannis, we still trying to figure out what's going to happen with Giannis. What is he going to do? Bucks re-sign Kevin Porter Jr. That's not, Dame is going to be out.
What is going down with Giannis?
Is that enough? I don't know, but Milwaukee Bucks still have some work.
Are you saying DeAndre Ayton could potentially go to the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers?
No.
I'm just making sure we got that clarification.
I'm glad you did that. Because you were off the air a little bit.
Yeah, you're like, hold on.
The social media on the way.
Clint Capella off the board. DeAndre Ayton still on the board in this.
Domination Ayton.
They do.
Well, he said it's not going to be DeAndre Ayton.
They need more than that as well.
What you said, they still going to need one.
You're saying they need a lot more than that to please Giannis.
They're a lot more than the center. Dame being out for the whole year, it's going to be tough.
Well, we'll keep you up to date later on tonight. That's Chris Haynes, that's Greg Anthony, that's Ryan McDonough. I'm that other guy, Chris Miles. We'll see you back as we recap tonight here on
Kenzie Thomas. 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 15.
Guess I just donated my card of science.
5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 15. Working Hoffman milestones. Mike Piazza 199. It's a green. Carson Williams optic hollow. Cam Caminiti. Also Bryce Cunningham. Griff. It's in light blue. So Cunningham optic 149. Griff O'Farrell, a light blue optic. 14 of 35. So short print auto.
DealDash.com online auction since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This
50 cents?
sold for less than $34. Go to DealDash.com and see how much you can save.
Judge Elite Series.
Your dog's teeth can be hard. But now with Greeny's dental treats, can't help but treat. Also, try Greeny's dog food and toppers.
Pujols, Cole Keith, Marvels. It's the Red Explosion. Explosive. It's a 99. Cool looking.
It's gonna happen. And if it did, parents would take care of kids.
Doesn't count. Solid plan, but
Jarlin Susana, Laser Prospect. Sagan, Savage Matthews. Well, taking one down.
get started at trustandwill.com.
Oh, thank you, Mac.
Wait a second. At some drive-thru somewhere,
I'll have
someone really wants a soda. It just feels like a whole lot of sugar to have in broad daylight.
Hello?
She's thinking.
Are you okay?
And thinking, what's a better soda?
Corey Jersh, Cosmic 15. Cosmic or Surge Mega 1. 2 absolutes. So on Donruss Fanatic.
All our laundry. You just pick a date, pick a cleaner, and enjoy a spotless house for $19. As long as probably forever there's only been one Frosty, it's probably convenient. Now it goes to new swirls and mix-ins like Oreo cookies or Pop-Tarts pieces.
Old Joe Milton, press proof blue.
Fresh way to Frosty? Gotta be Wendy's.
Twan Palmer. Coupe de Jean Rook. Michael Penix, rookie. Trey Xavier Leggett, Sanat blue. Bo Nix. The Nicole JJ introductions. Sadunze Stargazing. Or Rattler blue. J.L. McNabb, Refractor, Michael Pratt, Prism Rook. Hey man, Johnny Wilson, it's a Refractor Rook, Sumacha. There we go, thank you Corey G. See Donruss 2, 4, 12, 14, 18.
There's something everyone will enjoy. Whether it's summertime crafts, can't find numbers, or sun catchers and stickers. Save 50% off the spring shop at Hobby Lobby.
Vance Honeycutt. So Green Laser Unleashed. Tar Heel. Skeens, Kumar, Marvels. Big Poppy Bomb Squad. Christian Moore. It's the Hollow Prospect. Franklin Arias, 250 red. So Willie Starr, Dual Optic red, 99. Bubba Chandler. That's two still hiding. Oh, thank you, McKim.
But now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some doctors have relief as early as 2 days, and some achieve dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 4 years.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema.
Free agent fever. Oh, hang on. Oh, that was so long.
Some things are better.
Special American Ninja Warrior. This is Donruss 1323. There's Bobby Miller orange. So 199. Don't you dare lie to me, no. Where'd you see that? Oh, you lying. I was about to say, we're done for the night. Don't you lie about my boy CB. I would have been very upset. Little Caldwell lime green, so 149. So Christian Campbell, clear cut. Skeens Unleashed. Yeah, for RJ Barrett too. Should have known when you put RJ Barrett in there. There we go. Thank you, Francis. Tell him, man. CB is... that's a nugget for life. Okay, closing it. I should have two here, right? Route stop to PJ. Oh, more Lando. So purple ink. 41 of 49. CB is the man. The Cheerio Unleashed. Messina Cheerio Hollow. You hit a jersey already? I didn't mark it. We're gonna be short a hit. Relic is the one we want to be shorted from. So that auto in it. Cringe please too, Mac. It's a fresh box working. Brown, AG, and Jokic. The only three who are untradeable. De nada. Right, Jose. What's up, Jose? Nation, just the hits. Just the hits. Oh, Cosmic 19. Little Inca color. CJ Stroud refractor. No Favre Star Command Hartman Rook. Tyrone. A little Tyrone Tracy. It's 14 of 18 green.
That you feed your dog, so it's dog food.
Yeah, nothing crazy there. Oh, thank you, brother.
You're so right about her. Fresh Pet, healthy food fresh from the fridge.
Francis Cosmic 420. Randy Sims, Kelsey, Terry and Arnold Rook. A little greedy pack. Oh, thank you, brother. Nikhil to Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta making some moves this year. Warrior 62. Oh, Cam Johns, dude. So fucking pumped for that. Alright, so it's Close the Cosmic. Yeah, let's search. Randy, ooh, that's a cool triple. The Star Clusters, Gronk, Brady, Amendola. Not bad insert. Oh, thank you, Francis. Get a fresh box working.
So at 45 years old, I ended up going to the doctor, and I'm being told that basically my life may be ending. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm way too young for that.
All right, packs are wide.
So I joined the gym, and I was doing a lot of unconventional stuff. I was like swinging and hanging off the TRX bars and throwing myself around, balancing up OC balls. People in the gym would come up to me and say, hey man, you should try out for that American Ninja Warrior show. I went from barely surviving to incredibly thriving, and I owe all that to Ninja for sure. It's never too late. I mean, that's my mantra. It's never too late to live your best life. Bob's daughter, son, and other family members on the sideline ready to cheer him on. 57 years old, still pushing himself. So great that we get ninjas of all ages out here. Can you imagine? He's 42 years older than our youngest competitor. That's the first thing that happened. Now the paratrooper's going to go airborne on the flywheels. This guy was rappelling out of helicopters.
5-year, 100 milli. Dewana Bonnet, you are a Denver Nugget. It's a package deal. We get Dewana and Cunningham. Russo is now the biggest Denver Nuggets fan. Old Brittany Griner. Trading her back to Russia.
Over the past 12 years, Ninja gyms have opened around the country, but Lance is stuck to his roots. A lone cowboy practicing in isolation. Until recently.
I finally got a crew. I finally opened up my place, and you know, Austin and Dante have been coming out, and we've been training a lot.
It's me as the butcher, and then Austin is the fishing game officer, and Lance is the cowboy. So it's really all just like a wildlife brigade, really. It's cool. I've actually never been to a full ninja gym, so training out at the ranch like that is laid back, and all of the obstacles are handmade, and it is humbling, and it is inspiring. It's incredible.
Bruce.
1% cash back. 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay with the Citi Double Cash Card.
Did you see this big deal?
Oh, you can kiss.
Get 7 days of big deals. Target Circle Week is back.
Swiffer Duster traps 4 times more dust. 4 clean, even mom approves of.
Better reach.
Making hard to reach.
So easy.
Swiffer. The mother of all cleans. Love it or your money back.
This is a meal, a steak and focaccia feeling, a fresh mozz moment, a basil and savory salad. Your ticket to Italian yum. Try the new Italian summer menu. It just feels good at Panera.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day. So I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
The only ghost I believe in is the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Destination X. New Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
What if he doesn't look like his photo? Well, at least he's adventurous. But what if he's stuck in the past? At least he plays a guitar. What if he has a cat? Or cats? Or 35 cats? Well, he's an animal lover.
Sophie?
Hey.
A taste of real when you need it most. Goya coconut water with real coconut bites.
Coconut water.
Travel can be a nightmare. Luckily, you rented your car on Turo. Skip the rental counter with Turo. Rent just about any car, just about anywhere.
Experience the excitement and wonder of Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and Wider Country, USA. Enjoy award-winning entertainment and world-class thrills with all new adventures to explore. 2 parks, twice the fun. Save up to 50% on tickets, fun cards, and memberships during our 4th of July sale.
In a Jurassic World, every Jeep vehicle is Jurassic ready. Experience open-air freedom for all. Unsurpassed towing, no matter what it is. Or a third row to fit in all the adventure. Jeep, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Now purchase and get employee pricing plus $3,500 total bonus cash allowance on select 2025 Jeep Wrangler gas models in dealer stock. See your Carolina Jeep brand dealer today.
Storm coverage growing when they're the most widespread.
Macy's 4th of July, live Friday on NBC and Peacock.
All season, we're looking back at Ninja's past, and tonight we're counting down the greatest start line moments. And one athlete who was always on target was the archery ninja Anthony Porter. Don't break that screen. Come on. Porter is an archery instructor who showed off his skills with a bow and arrow in multiple ninja appearances. Though he upped the difficulty each season, he always hit the bullseye. Are you kidding me? His start line shots are number 5 on our countdown. Minutes ago,
Titus Orlando. Excuse me. Right, so double nice. Tendy's fresh salute.
Coming out.
Yeah, back to free agents.
As this market moves quickly, I think we feel Alexander Walker's one of the best unrestricted free agents. We know he's a bigger guard who can play both ends of the court, Greg. And it has been, and I think teams with a little cap space or the big exception feel like they may have a chance to sign. They can be a complimentary rotation player.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that young man. Terrific two-way player, three-point shooter, tough-minded, and he's coming from a winning coach. You know, back-to-back conference finals he's been a part of. So, like, those are the kinds of players, especially if you're a team like Detroit, who's ascending. I think he'd be a great fit, especially in light of what's going on with Beasley. So that's a guy who, if you're trying to get
So first select none.
telling everyone they want to contend this upcoming season. And keep in mind also, because of the landscape of the Eastern Conference game with that Jason Tatum injury, that has really kind of opened up the door a little bit more. With Cleveland having a great regular season, but kind of falling flat there in the postseason. If you're that Eastern Conference, you got to feel like you're close enough to have an opportunity. Indy's not going to have Halliburton. So that Eastern Conference is
Jacobs. Jared Wiley. Rookie ticket auto. D-Roy, Jared Verse. Little two winning ticket. Jackson Merrill, Robin Homers. There's Bowers, rookie. So Brock Bowers, silver. A sweet level. Little Joey Bosa. Old number love, holding on the fresh. Oh, thank you, Russo.
He's had an opportunity to have an opportunity to grow and get stronger. So they're trending in the right direction. I'm anxious to see what Atlanta can ultimately look like. And as we see the rest of this free agency play out, what teams, more so even in the East for me, because the West, the top looks like it's going to be pretty stable. But there's a lot of room to make moves if you're in the Eastern Conference to move up.
It's Jared, first numbers.
And so I think the next couple of days is going to be really interesting to see who's willing to be aggressive enough to step out. And you can see this offseason, even with the moves they've made, they're going to still need to really fortify that backcourt. So it would make, to Ryan's point, great sense for them to be able to go out and get a guy like Alexander Walker.
Yeah, it looks like he fits in right there with Trae Young and Dyson Daniels. Also, to that extent, Ryan, I mean, injury insurance in the sense of if Dyson Daniels or Trae Young misses time, he can step in as a starter, but also seems like a great guy to have off the bench.
Yeah, I really like the Hawks offseason so far. They unloaded Trey Man's contract, brought back Kristaps Porzingis. We know what Kristaps is capable of if he's healthy. He's also in a contract year, so he's going to want to play well. I really like the fit there with his ability to protect the rim behind Trae Young and his ability to stay for four. He's a unique player. We know he's capable of. Another important factor here, Chris, is for those who say, well, why don't the Hawks get rebuild? They're really camped for the next couple of years. They still hold the San Antonio Spurs unprotected pick slot next year, and then an unprotected first in 2027. Both of those are the first picks. That's still what Atlanta owes San Antonio from the DeJounte Murray deal. So Atlanta has been aggressive, and I think will continue to be aggressive because they don't have their own picks. And as you guys know, the last place you want to be is a bad team and not control your own pick. So they're going to try to be aggressive and get onto that play-in rush and make the playoffs. And I think with their injuries, they have a chance to be a top 6 team and avoid the play-in next season.
Breaking news courtesy of who's on his phone right now, and also tweeting on TV. Jake LaRavia to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Jake LaRavia to the Lakers.
This doesn't necessarily seem to fit the perimeter defender profile that you were telling us they may need.
No,
but how does Jake LaRavia fit with the Lakers?
Doesn't fit that much. I mean, he's a young guy. He has promising talent. You know, he's a really good player. The Kings love him. They actually wanted to resign him, and I think something happened last minute to where things fell apart and he ended up with the Lakers. But the Lakers, I knew they were high on Jake. I just didn't think that they were going to be able to get him away from the
Pac-12.
He's definitely a good piece, but no, he doesn't feel that perimeter defender that I think they would need best in this season.
Yeah, 42% from three-point range, still 23 years young, Ryan. Seems like a guy that, well, you need some outside shooting. There's going to be open looks playing alongside Luka Doncic. It does seem like a good move, but I kind of go, okay, Dalton Connect, Austin Reeves. Now you have a guy
Well, Nick York, rookie Marvels. There's Triantos prospect. It's holding on the fresh start.
As soon as they knew he was leaving, Chris reported that he's going to the Houston Rockets on that.
Oh, thank you, Jared.
They pivoted to the next best guy they
Right. Stennis, what's going on, brother? Hope you've been well, man.
You don't want to wait too long and get
6, 17, 20.
team like the Lakers with the great LeBron James still in his prime at 4 years old, with Luka facing a contract extension, Austin Reeves likely an unrestricted free agent next year. You want to be aggressive, so I think they figured Jake LaRavia was the best player they could get.
The Dragon Warrior.
But I agree with what Chris said earlier. I have some concerns about the perimeter defense.
Oh, Christian Campbell, it's a rainbow foil. Old Travis Bazana optic.
We'll see if it's DeAndre Ayton, Clint Capella, or somebody else. Putting a lot of pressure on those guys to really carry the team on both ends of the court. This isn't a roster with a ton of depth.
Yachty Pujols Elite Series.
The pieces are coming together, and we go, oh, it seems like this team still has a glaring need. I feel like the Lakers are a
Evan Carter Elite Series, Green Laser. So Bryce Cunningham. Those hits still hot.
It does.
Oh, thank you,
Get a
Dennis.
sense that they're going to have to bolster their capacity. Now, the one thing they do have is they've got perimeter shooting. So oftentimes that could be the offset. That could be what you're able to give up in order to get some of that perimeter defense that they're going to need. And we still have to wait and see if they're going to be able to finalize this.
Rousseau, select hobby 510. JD5.
Whoever the center is going to be, we have a pretty good idea.
Old Dunze rookie. No, Pittman. It's J Jetta's silver.
I do believe the Lakers will address their perimeter defense. But if this is it, that center is going to have some work.
Little Jordan Love. It's a silver jersey. A 7/149. Little JJ McCarthy. A silver. Little Creed Humphrey tricolor. Still 149 Cooper. Little field level. We'll take him one down. Oh, thank you, Rousseau.
Known as a defensive player. Is he good enough to fill that hole? I don't know, but he's a guy that's up.
Now, speaking of which, because we mentioned Mark Williams and we talked about the Atlanta Hawks, but I want to go back to the Phoenix Suns.
Corey Jeepers. Sabi Blaster.
An interesting offseason for them because they move on from one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen in Kevin Durant. But then they go and they get that front line together even more. Mark Williams, Kamon Malawach, 10th in the NBA.
Come on, Malawach.
Dylan Brooks. So, what do you make of where they
Tay St. Brown Orange Ice.
when you look at their two deep, Ryan Dunn had a phenomenal rookie year from a defensive perspective.
Will Ricard. Wrong, Vikings silver. So Bo Nix, Emergent Rook.
The important thing to keep in mind, guys, is the Jalen Green trade coming in from Houston. That is not done.
Jaden Daniels, the base rook. Oh, JD Danny Dimes Orange Ice.
That deal could be expanded. So one of the things I'm keeping an eye on
Close there. Thank you, Corey.
in the next 5 or 6 days is Jalen Green rerouted to.
I'll get a fresh box working.
Is Bradley Beal thought out or traded, keep in mind Beal has one of the 2 no-trade clauses. The Wild has the other, so we need to give his permission. But I think one of those guys, Jalen Green or Bradley Beal, is not going to be on the Suns' opening night roster. Not for the other guys to say. I think there's a chance neither one of them, Bradley Beal or Jalen Green, are on the Suns' opening night roster. They have Devin Booker. He's eligible for an extension. I think he will sign it. That would be a 2-year, $150 million extension. $75 million a year would be the biggest number anybody's put up in NBA history as far as an extension. I think that's likely. So when your franchise player plays the shooting guard spot and commands all that money, I think in hopefully
pack to wide.
Moving one or both of Green and Beal.
All right, I need to shift my chair for a second. So this is not the first time, my friend, that I heard that Jalen Green and Bradley Beal will most likely both not be on the Phoenix Suns roster.
You've heard this before?
Yeah, so what do you know about this?
I think right now, I would lean, if we're talking about those 2 players, I would lean towards saying more so Bradley Beal won't be a part of the roster next season. From what I've been told as of right now, the plan is for Jalen Green to be on there, but we shall see.
So when I look at that situation, we've heard maybe one trade rumor, GA. Bradley Beal to the Chicago Bulls. Outside of that, it seems like buyout is what we hear in regards to Bradley Beal. That's over $100 million in buyout money. That just seems like an astronomical number.
Yeah, that is really interesting as to whether or not that can ultimately happen. I think the other aspect of it is, is there a potential scenario where a deal could be constructed? Well, as Brian said, he's got a no trade, so he's going to have to sign off on it. But then the other aspect is, does the ownership decide to say, look, if you take this, we will pay X amount of the salary? Because they could still pay some of his salary if they were able to trade it, even though they were able to get the overall number off their books. Because I don't see a scenario where you're going to buy out a guy when he's got 2 years left at that number. That's not something you typically see in our league. But that could be something that you can entice a team with, also maybe throwing in the first-round pick.
Yeah, and this may be going down the CBA rabbit hole a little bit, guys, but bear with me. Recently, the Suns waived and stretched a couple guys, Nasir Little, E.J. Liddell. You can only have so much of your cap space be dead contracts, buyout contracts. So Bradley Beal has to give some money back. The Phoenix Suns certainly don't want to eat his whole salary, but even if they wanted to, they can't. He needs to accept less in the form of buyout. By my calculations, he needs to give about $13.9, $14 million back to the Suns. Then they could waive and stretch him if they want to spread the cap hit out. But guys, frankly, he makes so much money that that's not a great thing going forward. It may help the Suns in the short term.
What up, Kelvin?
With their luxury
It's 1918.
So I think they'll continue to explore trades. The challenge is, and we were talking about this earlier, Greg, if you're another team who wants Bradley Beal, then why would we pay him $65 million a year over the next 2 years when we could potentially just get him in a buyout, sign him for an extension? Phoenix, if they buy him out, they'll make most of his money there. It could be a boon for a contending team, or even just a solid team like Chicago wants to take
Posey, Mr. October, or Reggie Bomb Squad 4. So 199.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the Phoenix Suns plan right now, is to try to explore trade scenarios out there for Bradley Beal, which I don't think they're going to find.
Trey Savage, or Blue Ice.
Which is going to lead them to ultimately.
A 13 of 15, so short print blue. So Jared Thomas, Optic Hollow Rook, or Prospect Inc. A good pack there.
I'm trying to think. One that comes to mind, I have to go back and look it up, but remember Josh Smith in Detroit? Had a lot of money left with Detroit.
Norby, Evan Carter, Elite Series. Boston Bateman.
Something usually has to go very wrong. But and this one is unique because
Taking one down.
So even if Phoenix was able to construct
Thank you, brother.
that they think makes sense for them, we know at this point it's not going to be a great deal. At best, it's a so-so deal where they take back other money that teams don't want. But they could do all that, and then if Bradley Beal gives the thumbs down, they can't trade him. And that's what makes the situation so unique. This is where, frankly, Phoenix messed up 2 years ago by not having Beal remove his no-trade clause. When the Suns acquired him from the Washington Wizards, they could have made, as a condition of the deal, that no-trade clause go away. They let him arrive in Phoenix, keep that no-trade clause intact, and now they're paying the price for it. And they may have to eat close to $100 million in a buyout and watch Bradley Beal go somewhere else.
Well, there's been one team that's been busy here on the first day of free agency, and it's bringing home their own, the Memphis Grizzlies. We talk about Triple J getting paid next on Free Agent Fever.
I'm certain it's level 5.
Are you for imprint certain?
I'm certain it's level 5.
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint. Your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
How did you all live like this?
Wait.
Something.
Go for it.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But now with Greeny's dental treats, Greenies make health a treat. Also, try Greeny's dog food and toppers.
Two legends unite.
Focus!
Welcome to the Marco's Pizza Dojo. Some tray, others are handcrafted. Limited time only. Enjoy the pepperoni magnet.
I want something. Get me through this.
Yeah, whether it's on your car insurance or taking a break from being the auto tune guy.
All right, packs wide open.
Now when I go, I'd like to leave some money to the local bird conservancy.
Doesn't count.
What you need is a will, something you can sign and make official. Start your will at trustandwill.com now and make it count.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. Soccer.
This is the one who never stops. She works around the clock and knows when it's all on the line. Having the right supplies makes all the difference. The industrial grade products you need. Call quickgranger.com or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. Go to DealDash.com and see how much you can save.
We said we were next, but we didn't. New faces, a new tune, same energy, but a new age. This ain't just aging, it's evil.
Two-time All-Star, two-time block champ, three-time All-Defensive Team member, and defensive Player of the Year, Jaren Jackson Jr. signed a 5-year, $240 million extension with the Memphis Grizzlies. Michael Cole, a host of Locked On Grizz. Listen, my friend, for the Memphis Grizzlies, bringing back two of their players to start free agency feels like a big deal because we were trying to figure out, is this team rebuilding or what are they doing here? Jaren Jackson Jr., Santi Aldama coming back. It feels like they're keeping this group together.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what they're doing right now. The Grizzlies have kind of said all along that, look, we're not trying to tear this thing down. Yeah, we traded Desmond Bain, but it's more of a retool than a rebuild. Instead of building around John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Desmond Bain, now you're building around Jaren Jackson Jr. and John Morant, and you're kind of putting these defensive-minded identities around those players. That's what they did in the draft, and now securing Jaren Jackson Jr., now the world sees that. So this is a great deal with them getting Jaren Jackson Jr. and Santi Aldama, who with losing Desmond Bain, and they're also expecting to lose Luke Kennard as well. They needed Santi Aldama back for his scoring off the bench, his three-point shooting. So Jaren Jackson Jr., Santi Aldama, two really big pieces to what the Grizzlies want to accomplish this season and for years to come.
Yeah, you mentioned Luke Kennard, and I think of Desmond Bain, and those are guys that I think shoot three-pointers for the Memphis Grizzlies. So I go, Is it G.G. Jackson? Is it Jalen Wells? Like, who do they believe in to step up in those roles? Because those are huge spots for the Grizzlies, who have been a good team for a couple of years now.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies for a few years have kind of depended on what they call that internal growth, right? You're going to have Jalen Wells, who shot 35% from three-point range, but if you go back to his numbers last season, he kind of tailed off toward the end of the season. So they're expecting him to shoot it better next year. You mentioned G.G. Jackson. That's a guy who's kind of worked on some mechanics with his jumper, and he's expected to shoot the basketball better. But it's going to come down to another guy, too, Cam Spencer. That's one that they just got a 2-year deal done. He had a 2-way contract. Now he's getting a full roster spot on a standard deal. 2-year deal is the expectation. Cam Spencer can really shoot the basketball. And look, we didn't get to see him play much last season, but I would expect him to jump right into a bigger role with the Grizzlies and immediately become one of the best three-point shooters on the team. So that's another one. And then, of course, the guys that we're talking about right now, Jaren Jackson Jr., Santi Aldama. Santi started at over 37% from three-point range this past season and made 2 per game. Jaren's never afraid to let him go. So they got some guys that'll be able to keep the Grizzlies, probably towards the middle of the pack in three-point shooting.
It's easy to forget, but the Memphis Grizzlies were ahead by 26 in Game 3 of their playoff matchup against the eventual champion, the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that spot that the Grizzlies had, it feel like the Thunder said, nope, that's ours now. For Ja Morant and company, how much is that a motivation for them when you talk to them, after their loss in that Game 3 of their playoff series?
Oh, you know it is. 100%. And I go a step further for you. You remember the 2022 season when the Grizzlies kind of ascended to being that team of the future in the West. They beat the Thunder that year by an NBA record. I believe it was 72, 73 points. They set an NBA record and embarrassed the Thunder. And a lot of those players, a few of those players on the Thunder now who just won a championship were members of that team back then in 2022. So from the Grizzlies' perspective, it's like, man, this team just kind of surpassed us. I remember earlier this season, the first time the Grizzlies and the Thunder played, and we were talking about Ja. We were talking to Ja about, playing this new-look Thunder team, and he said, I don't know how good they are. This is my first time playing them since they've been good, because he didn't get to play them much last season, but it's a testament to how quickly things happen with the Thunder, but also a testament to how quickly things can turn around for this Grizzlies team as they try to retool around Ja, around Jaren. I think the belief is still there. It's just a different identity, right? They're getting back more to that grit and grind style. In the draft, they pursued all guys who had defensive measurements and things like that. Cedric Kyle, really big defensive guy. So that was kind of the focus for them. So they're retooling this thing around Ja and Jaren with more defensive-minded players.
I hear Ja and Jaren, but I also think of a guy that stood out when he was healthy, and that was Zach Edey in his rookie season. Also, coming out as one of the biggest players in the league. What was his rookie season like, and who else are they looking to fill some of those gaps? Because he's often overlooked for a guy his size.
Yeah, often overlooked for a guy his size indeed. But with Zach Edey, it's a situation where he's going to be more confident. He just had the ankle surgery. They're expecting him to miss probably the beginning of the regular season. But once that's healed, once that's done, it's get back on the floor and hit the ground running. He played his best basketball of the season when Tomas Isolo, the new Grizzlies coach, took over as interim coach. Zach Edey averaged over 15 rebounds in that time. And they feel like, okay, that's a good starting point. We're not going to ask you to score 15, 18 points per game. We just want you to be forceful with your screen setting. That's something he likes to do. He calls it, he gets the headhunt guys a little bit as a screen setter. So now you get him playing in those two-man games with Ja Morant, and it unlocked the best version of Ja, too. So it kind of was a simultaneous thing. When Zach Edey played his best basketball at the end of the season, so did Ja Morant. So, yeah, you're going to see Zach Edey continue to be a big part of this Grizzlies picture going forward. And then it's the other second-year guy. You talk about other guys that can step up. Jalen Wells is the other one. He's a guy who we probably see a little bit in Summer League in a role that's going to be expanded. Jalen Wells last season was more spot-up shooting, a limited offensive role. Now I think with Desmond Bane being out of the lineup, you're going to start to see the ball in his hands a little bit more, and the Grizzlies are going to say, okay, go rock out. Go show the world what you can do a little bit more than just the three-point shooting in the corners and the spot-up shooting. Go get to it off the dribble a little bit and make some things happen.
Well, when I hear that, I think of who they just signed. As you and I have been talking, Ty Jerome from the Cleveland Cavaliers, 3-year, $28 million deal to join the Memphis Grizzlies. What do you make of that move?
That's another one to replenish what we just talked about. It's the shooting. The Grizzlies need more shooting.
and they've identified Ty Jerome as one of the best shooters in this free agency class. If you look at his numbers from last season, you're talking about a guy who not only shot it well, over 40% from three-point range, but he got into it again. What you're seeing here in that mid-range area, he had one of the best field goal percentages on floaters this past season. I think they're identifying this guy as someone who could play in the combo guard role, right? You kind of saw Desmond Bane playing that, not exactly in the same role as Desmond Bane, but Ty Jerome's going to be someone who comes off the bench. He can go shoot some three-pointers for you when need be. He's going to get to the cup. He's going to play a combo guard role, so he can play alongside of John Morant in lineup. And then when John needs a break, or maybe this is a game or whatever the case may be, you can insert Ty Jerome in there. This is all about the offensive potential that he adds to this group. Again, we talked about it. You lost Desmond Bane. You lost Luke Kennard. Those were the two best shooters on the Grizzlies and two of the best shooters in the league. Adding Ty Jerome puts the Grizzlies back in a position where they can be one of the top shooting teams.
Yeah, for the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, how are they feeling losing Desmond Bane, but also the pieces that they've just added today, and you look at the pieces that they were able to re-sign, it does feel like it's positive momentum for this group.
It's definitely positive momentum. It's kind of like you breathe in, you breathe out, because the last couple of years have been frustrating, right? This was the team. You just mentioned it. This was kind of the OKC in a way. This team, a couple of years ago, with number 2 seed, they felt like, oh, we're the team of the future. You know, they were the youngest team in the NBA. They had won 56 games. And then all of a sudden, they couldn't win a playoff series. You lose to the Lakers in the first round. Injuries hit you a couple years ago. This past season, you get swept by OKC. Now it's like, okay, let's hit the reset button a little bit. Like, and you're going to see what's going to be a new look team in a way, but it's going to be a team that's rebuilt around John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. with a lot of the same principles.
All right, there we have it. A lot of movement here. To Michael Cole, Locked On Grizz, we appreciate you for breaking down the breaking news as well. Ty Jerome to the Memphis Grizzlies. As we continue with breaking news, Ty Jerome to Memphis, but I think we have a new deal in place. It's one that you predicted, my friend. It looks like Michael Porter Jr. on the move, first-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson. What do you think of that?
Well, since I predicted it, I think it's brilliant, Chris. But thanks for the kind words. No, in all seriousness, we talked about Denver's flexibility, or lack thereof, their top-heavy payroll with their top 4 guys making most of the salary cap. We knew they were not going to trade Nikola Jokic. They did not want to trade Jamal Murray or Aaron Gordon. Murray and Gordon signed extensions recently. So Michael Porter Jr. was the guy. And so good business, I think, for the Denver Nuggets. Cam Johnson fits right in with the shooting piece, the ability to shoot off movement. He's only 29 years old and makes a lot less money than does Michael Porter Jr. Cam Johnson has 2 years, $44 million remaining on his contract, $21 million this year, Chris, $23 million next year. So we've talked all along about Brooklyn and how they use their cap space. It seems like this is how they're going to use it. This is a lopsided trade.
What up, Sonny?
Makes a lot more money than
there?
but when you have cap space, you can take back a lot more than you send out. So kudos to the Denver Nuggets. You know, we know the West. He's tough at the top with OKC, but it's wide open below that. Denver aggressively sends out Porter Jr. To reduce the wall, but also a player who can really help them in Cameron Johnson.
And to that point, for what Cam Johnson does, I mean, yes, he makes less money. We understand the financial
Jump
follow. But for the Denver Nuggets, it seems like a perfect fit on the defensive and offensive.
Yeah, he's a guy that I think competes defensively. I would say
Paul Motts. No IR love. Oh, thank you, brother.
Also, the fact that he's a much better mover without the ball. He's a guy that's really good at cutting and spacing. You know, Michael Porter Jr. is more of a stationary shooter. You don't get as much movement with him. Now, he's got a little more size, and he's been a terrific player. But for the injury this year, we should say that this thing even materializes because maybe they win that series against OKC. But I do like Cam Johnson. Again, anytime you can bring that guy in who's really good without the basketball, that fits perfectly with your best player. And I think that's one thing that went into the thought process here in making this deal. And remember, too, from Brooklyn's standpoint, they've got to spend 90% of that space that they have by the time the season opens. So it's not like we can say how they have all this cap space, but they also have to spend the money when we get to the start of the season. So they had to be active as well.
Does this put the Denver Nuggets in a situation where we know they were an 8-win team, but now do they have enough cap space, Chris, to make another move to try to add some depth? to this roster?
Caps, I think you got to ask Ryan about that. But as it pertains to the acquisition in itself, the Nuggets have been trying to look for a team to facilitate a trade for Michael Porter Jr. for a while. They almost pulled off something last season with the New Orleans Pelicans.
The four.
As far as the Pelicans, they were trying to do that. The New Orleans Pelicans, I was told, buying that deal. So this was something that has been brewing for quite a while. They were looking for some consistency from that position. And so you bring in Cam Johnson, 3-point specialist, a 3D guy. It looks good on paper. It definitely looks like an upgrade on paper, especially durability as well. You know, we shall see how.
Lockets.
Answer your question, no, they don't have cap space available. They may have access to a bigger...
Little Slow King full art.
Things I wouldn't be surprised to see at all, guys, is if Denver keeps going, and if they look to some of their mid-sized contracts that, frankly, they haven't gotten great value from. Zeke Naji making $8.2 million a year. Dario Saric making $5.5 million. If they, use other assets to try to incentivize them, because I like the way
Obama Snow.
he's shaping out.
Full art.
Porter, who makes
Oh, thank you, Sonny.
$30 million this year, and Cameron Johnson at 21. That's about a $17 million savings. That is significant in terms of payroll, luxury tax, and
Right at the move. Slick Hobby 311.
The guy that I asked about earlier that I thought would be a good fit, Bruce Brown, coming back to the Denver Nuggets. I mean, here's a guy that helped them win a championship. We all know they wanted to bring him back, and they couldn't afford him. Now they do.
Old verse rookie. So Raj, Isaiah Likely, Blue Power. So 175. Trickle Lamb Jack. Kelsey, Silver, Jaden Daniels icons. Little DK Metcalf. Oh, QB love. Last two still hiding. Oh, thank you, brother.
I still don't know if he's going to be a starter. He might just go back into it the role he had prior, but that's a really good pickup, really solid addition.
And if you look at the difference between that 2023 team, now Christian Brown has elevated his game. You add Bruce Brown back to the mix, Cam Johnson. It does feel like a team that took the
what up, Cruz? Indy 3.
But they have, but a couple concerns still. One, that team that won the championship, they need to elevate the team. Like, teams are better than they were that year. This team that just won the championship.
To Connor Daly, blue. It's a 99.
I can guarantee you, OKC's going to be a different animal. Once you accomplish a championship as young as they are, remember, that was the youngest team.
This one's still hiding there.
Oh,
thank you, brother.
So the other concern with Denver, though, is if Jamal Murray, who has a history of injury, they don't have another point guard. They don't even have one on the roster right now, I don't think. And so they're still going to have to figure out a way to improve in that area. You can literally almost guarantee that he's probably going to miss 15 to 20 games. That's kind of been his history. So you've got to still, in some way,
same thing over and over.
And try to get some depth in that area.
What is that? Wouldn't you like to see the trash talk with Screwball in the mountain and him in the box?
Oh, no. We trying to book no chance, no chance. Not a baseball player, they been Screwball after the game.
He's so fun to watch.
You know what? Another talented lefty I have at number 2 is Max Fried. How big has the signing been for him in the New York Yankee uniform? He's been absolutely outstanding.
3 Paul Davis.
Also 10 wins in his career, JB. He's 83. A lot of big balls. As long as he's able to stay healthy, and he has to stay healthy, especially with Garrett Cole, the loss in that rotation. He's one of the best left-handers, really one of the best pitchers in all of baseball.
Yeah, can't argue that. Number 1, we go into the city of brotherly love.
Got to give a lot of hugs in the city of brotherly love. Zach Wheeler, man, how talented is Zach? He's been this for a very long time. 200-plus innings, 3 of the last 4 seasons, and over 5 of the last 6 seasons, at least a 2 ERA. And it doesn't matter if it's regular season or in the postseason. He's the guy I trust to be able to navigate the lineup, and really, he just has the mound presence and the pulse. He doesn't get too excited. He's able to compete and throw strikes, and to put up those type of numbers in that ballpark, where it's a hitter-friendly ballpark, is truly impressive.
Well, it's so effective. In the 3 of the last 4 years, he's had 32 starts.
Yes.
This year, just today, 17th start, well on his way to over 30 again.
So good.
Don't retire.
That's it.
No, he's
Maybe
very wild.
maybe it'll change his mind. All right, so tonight's list, who's E-Train missing?
I'd say Nathan Eovaldi deserves a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
agree.
down in
I agree.
Texas. Just what he did in 2018 in the postseason for the Red Sox. He started 2 games, finished another one, and then, of course, with the Rangers, he started 6 in that stretch. He is somebody that's gone.
Yeah, postseason performance. Train well done.
It's all right. It's all right. I love that stuff. Man. I love it. I'm gonna finish it when I get home, but it's all good. But that's a decent list.
Also, a good step would be Ketel Marte, right? He finished top 5 in MVP voting the last season for the 2nd time in his career. That stat may come as a little surprise to many, but it does not surprise his teammates who've really come to expect the very best out of one of the game's truly elite second basemen.
Ketel Marte is putting together an outstanding season. The most likely Diamondbacks All-Star candidate. He turned the desert into a Marte. Yo estoy tratando de la misma, crear la misma rutina del año pasado y siempre tratar de mejorar mi swing y tratar de mejorar la segunda strike. He just poses a tough matchup, so from an offensive standpoint, it's definitely hard on managers to decide where to get it.
Oh, Gyarados. It's our boss's orders, Holla. Boss's orders. There. No hour dropping. So Indy 2. So Marcus Armstrong, Stingray Rob. Otto's still hiding. Still marinating. Yeah, 3. Oh, Hydreigon. Cooper Raja EX. Oh, Veluza. Yeah, are still hiding. Oh, thank you, son.
Maybe the biggest EK is that they can't hold the lead. And you said earlier in the show that that happens, it really problems the whole team. They've been the worst at blowing leads in the big leagues.
Certainly demoralizing, right? AJ Pucko out for the year, Martinez as well, 2 key components to that bullpen. But there's nothing worse than coming from ahead to lose. I said it earlier. It's demoralizing not only that you had the win, but you go back to the clubhouse, you're not pointing fingers, but you're like, God, you got to be kidding me. And when it happens over and over again, it's almost like you're expecting it to happen. And then that's when it just really snowballs. And the reality is they haven't been able to stop it. And so it happens again and again and again. And they're going to have to do something to address that. And the reality for me is, I hate to say it, but you're going to probably have to look at selling pieces off.
You know what? The bullpen has struggled 1,000%. Over the last 15 innings, they've given up 19 hits. That's unacceptable. You're not going to be able to get in the postseason. But I also look at the starting rotation, too, as well. What's going on with Zach Gallen? He almost has a 7 ERA over his last 7 starts. They were relying on him to be one of the frontline aces. Also, Brandon Pfaadt, who's been absolutely outstanding in the back of that rotation. He has an 8 ERA over his last 7 starts. So that puts a ton of pressure on the bullpen to have to make up innings. And you overstretch your bullpen, that's when you start to see struggles because guys are getting up and being overused in that bullpen as well. Their offense is absolutely outstanding. I love their depth. I love their athleticism. I live in Arizona. This is the first time that they've been hunted as an organization in a very long time, and they have not adjusted to that. So they're struggling right now. Something needs to change. Not only in that bullpen, but in that rotation, somebody needs to start playing better.
I think that's why this series is so important with the Giants. And they've got to get some feel good right now because if this is not, this is a bad series.
A little Trainer Gold. Superior Energy Retrieval. So Hydreigon. Skeletor GX.
So this is a big series, Bob. Your initial point, they've blown 28 leads. It's the most in the league. It's possible to reverse the trend. Tonight against the Giants at home. Meanwhile,
Back Excalibur Hollow. There we go. Thank you, Sonny.
He's got some pop. Again, the offense has been doing it. Now can they get some bullpen help? We'll find out.
It's Saturday night. You can watch a game, or you can go out, make some memories. People make bad choices on a Saturday night. Blind dates, shutting right over bad music and get bumped by some guy named Chad. Or you could be at home, no bad choices, no regretful texts, just high-stakes baseball. With Joe Davis and Smoltz giving the play-by-play like a bedtime story for grown-ups. If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night in America. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
To find your way, sometimes you have to pave it yourself. Forge your own path through grit and determination. Introducing the latest addition to the Honda Trail Sport lineup, the 2026 CR-V Trail Sport Hybrid, the most capable CR-V we've ever dreamed of.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natron Sleep and Restore, which helps me be this me. Every great night's sleep starts with Natron.
New Natron Sleep and Restore for your ultimate restorative sleep.
Let's talk salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number?
Packs wide open.
Competitive number. With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations from the start.
Well, a number.
Is it competitive?
We're all unreasonable about something. For us, it's creating an uncompromisingly delicious bourbon. Handcrafted, consciously made. Maker's Mark, perfectly unreasonable.
How many swimmers are in the photo?
Are you the smartest in the room?
How did you figure it out? It's working out great.
Listen, look, all you July 8th on Fox.
So my biggest thing is I seek validation from other people. Like, what if I put myself out there and, like, people don't like it? I don't like it, though.
You gotta be okay with crazy. It's just that feeling inside. You cannot lose that spark.
And I post on my story, I be rewatching my story, like, I get that.
Pods has storage
storage that comes to you. Use it to downsize or declutter, renovate or reorganize. Keep it at home or store it at a SecurePod storage center. Storage starts as low as $1.99 per month. Look at pods.com today.
There's Rafael Devers. 12 games to shine as a couple of home runs are going to make his mark. And maybe he does it tonight in Phoenix against the Diamondbacks. Coming up on FS162. Meanwhile, the Astros played shortstop Jeremy Pena on the 10-day IL earlier today. Team says he has a small rib fracture after being hit here. That was in Friday in Houston's win over the Cubs. Pena's having a great year. He leads the Astros in OPS, and he's been magnificent. So that was a big blow for them. Speaking of the Astros, this weekend, don't miss baseball night in America. Most of you will see the Astros visiting the Dodgers. Others across the country see the Tigers and the Guardians. Our coverage begins at 7 Eastern Saturday on Fox. All right, speaking of the Dodgers, this past Saturday, they continue to ramp up Shohei Ohtani's routine on the mound through 27 pitches, 2 scoreless innings, including a 101-mile-per-hour fastball to induce an inning-ending double play. The first that pitch was the fastest in Ohtani's career, with nearly 102. So that was pretty cool. And look, after a historic first season with the Dodgers, Shohei is now building an impressive legacy in LA. We know that. He continues to amaze fans and torment opponents. But behind the scenes, his teammates tell us of his secret identity.
Shohei's really funny. He's always trying to make jokes to have a good time with his teammates.
Feeling good.
With us, I mean, he's laughing, joking. He'll crack a little joke in our hitters meetings, and you kind of don't expect it. And, you know, he's a really funny guy.
Well, I think the world is starting to understand that he's a practical joker.
They stole my car. Shohei got me. Shohei behind us? Yes. Are you freaking kidding me?
He has become more free and easy, more jovial, and I think he's starting to become the person who he really intrinsically is.
The thing I really like the most that I'm very impressed with how Shohei handles all the things going on around him.
Sonny, another 3-potter.
Every single night he does something that I've never seen before. Even when he gets out, he's hitting it out at 120 miles an hour, and you're kind of like, did I just see that right? It's just truly kind of a blessing to be his teammate.
He is actually changing the game of baseball. He never ceases to amaze. It's incredible. It really is.
It's pretty amazing, right? Shohei Ohtani, just to give you an idea of how amazingly talented he is, if you already didn't know, his numbers when he is a pitcher really isn't a drop-off, which is kind of nuts, right? I mean, it just gives you a feel for someone says, well, he shouldn't pitch, it affects his hitting. Well, it doesn't. That's kind of the idea. But now, though, PK, I'm curious, the Dodgers and how they deal with it going forward, right? Obviously, they're ramping him up slowly here. But there are other factors, even though we showed you his production is still good, there are other things to take into consideration now the rest of the year when he pitches.
Well, it's obviously the offense and how does that impact it. The starting so far and then hitting right when he comes off the mound. It's only a small sample size. It's been 4 at-bats. He struck out 4 times. He didn't do this in Anaheim. It wasn't, I mean, he did it a handful of times. I think there were probably 7 or 11 at-bats in his career. You know, he wasn't a leadoff hitter.
I got you.
It's going to be talked about. I don't know that it's going to be addressed. The only way anything gets addressed is if Shohei says, I'm not so sure.
Wiggly tough.
Putting will absolutely be talked about. Shohei can do what he wants to do, right? Because when you are that good, and look at, he had his 3rd start the other day, and I was talking about him.
Drigion.
That 3rd start the other day when he threw my man went up.
Oh, Noivern EX.
Look, he can do whatever he wants to do. It's for us to talk about. But
Oh, thank you, Sonny.
4 strikeouts and 4 at-bats. You know, there's a couple components. First of all, that 3rd start seeing and really having the secondary stuff to pair, it's like, uh-oh, it might be scary.
Jared Donald States.
The other component is him leading off, especially at home. He might have a long inning one time. He might go 30 pitches, and all of a sudden you don't have a breath. Maybe he might discuss moving him down.
Oh, James Tibbs, blue foil, so 149. Hoke. Little Dalton Rushing, Jersey Kings. Oh, Schmidt, Ryan Sloan. Someone there. Oh, thank you, Jared.
Lose him. There's no such thing as a third Tommy John, and that's the scary part about it. So you're seeing his velocity uptick right now. You're excited about that, but J. Roberts loses him not only on the mound and in the lineup. I don't believe they're the best team in the National League. It's going to be very difficult for them to repeat again if they lose him. So they're going to slow play him very much.
I guess I'd say this too. Has there been anything that he's been asked to do that he can't do?
He can do it all.
Right? That's the scary thing. It's like we can sit here and say, well, this might not work.
He's not running as much. And so I think he's starting to learn how to conserve his energy as well. You know what I mean? Because that's tough, man, to be able. I don't care how athletic, how in shape you are. I know he lives and breathes and sleeps baseball, but you have to have a perspective for him, even though his bar is very high.
He stinks. All right, time now for our favorite segment, Off the Wall. Flip the last three and away we go. This is Seth Halverson. Just a bit outside.
That's the D-Train at 102. That's not the D-Train special.
I'll tell you what, I would not be standing in that box after that.
I would not be happy.
Right? I mean, that's 57-ish right there. That was unbelievable. Sal Freeland with a swing and miss. The back goes flying. Now a fan really wants that back. Really wants it.
And he in some wrinkle-free khakis doing that too.
Yeah, that's not some sweat, man. My man went out there. I mean, you got to give him some love. That was pretty impressive. This, I thought, one of the cool highlights of the year, right? Watch Nick Castellanos and JT Realmuto on each other's heels. 1-2.
That was tight. They timed out perfectly. That was really, really cool.
It was so good. This is wild. Ryan Rowdiness at Coors Field for a Ryan meetup. You know, the Rockies have, 4 Ryans on their roster? And so there were 700 Ryans in attendance chanting, "Let's go, Ryan." And, of course, Ryan McMahon. McMahon was really on the scoreboard. So good. You got to have Ryan night every night. People. How great is that? EK, you ever do this? This is Brandon Nimmo. You ever swing a sledgehammer?
I saw Barry Bonds
on deck? What D-Train just said it. Barry Bonds, one guy. And he made it look light. This is an all-timer, right? Fans in Vatican City with Pope Leo chanting, "Go White Sox." Is AJ in that picture? Is Brzezinski in that picture? I think he is. AJ's in the picture somewhere.
6. Yep, that's the end of the Paldea too, Sonny.
In a rally in Vatican City.
That will be the last of it.
Sir, White Sox are not going anywhere. But maybe another time. Former teammates Aaron Judge and Juan Soto now leading the way for rival franchises. Eliminated this weekend's clash in the Big Apple. Or Apple. Mets and the
End of the Evolved.
Wednesday on Fox. It's the 2025 Women's Euros. Imagine this. 70,000 plus screaming when it runs out like it's a rock concert. Pause for ovation. This is where the names on the back play for the crest on the front. All for the right to be called Europe's best. The Women's Euros begin Wednesday on Fox. Discover the power of Wegovy.
It's Wegovy. I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Closing it.
Reducing my risk.
Wegovy is the only weight management medicine proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events such as death, heart attack, or stroke in adults with heart disease and obesity.
Don't take it if your family had NPC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure or breastfeeding.
Wiggly.
Stop taking and get medical help if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions.
Yeah, jump it up.
Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation, or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar and people with diabetes, especially if you take medicine. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes, heart racing at rest, or any mental changes. Depression or
earthworm.
suicide may occur. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
Garganackle.
Ask your prescriber about Wegovy.
Oh, greedy stack. There we go. Thank you, Sonny.
Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the do.
When you need a lift,
Select 168.
you could use a big financial friend. Your BFF, Experian. Strong enough to help you push past the financial obstacles. So even when you have a big expense, you have new solutions that can
Oh, Legarius. Breeze, Michael Pittman, red. 99, Bryce. Oh, Bo Nukes. It's Roquan. Oh, Pat Mahomes, light blue. So 98, 99. Carty. Green Ray. For Josh. Johnny Wilson. A rookie Sigs blue. So 149. Boomer. I'm taking one down. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Jerks. H2.
There is Logan Webb. He's been terrific again and just doing his thing. And he's been good against Arizona. They're 2-3-1 here. Six starts tonight.
So Jacob Simon. 149. Last two still hiding. Oh, thank you, brother.
Well, we're showing you that because Saturday you got to catch the Yankees and the Mets. A new chapter on their rivalry. That'll be a 4 Eastern start on FS1. And the Yankees are in first place. The Mets used to be. They have been struggling. Last 16 games at 3-13. They got outscored 30-4 in Pittsburgh this weekend. 30-4. And it's really, it's all gone that quickly for them. Now they look up at the first place Phillies by a full 2 games after the Phillies win tonight. So when you look at the Mets, they had built a nice little lead. That is gone. What alerts you? What are you really worried about now during this stretch?
Well, the Mets are just Metsing.
You were dying to say that.
No. Love and respect for the boys. But the Mets are just Metsing. No, the bottom line is you go into this season and you look at that rotation. They have some talent, but where I looked at it, it was a house of cards. Subpar talent in that sense, or injuries. You're seeing all of that right now at the wrong time. Now, the positive look of it, they're not that far out of the division race, but they have to play better, not only on the rotation side of it, but really offensively. They're losing games, okay? Wow, Juan Soto is hitting. He's hitting .322 in June with 11 home runs and 20
Jared Pegler.
So that's going very frustrating right now. And they spent $300+ million. Let me tell you something. If I was Moneybags Cohen, I'd be on the next plane to the city to talk to everybody. I don't need them to have a players only, managing email. I need to be talking to you guys. guys to see where their heads are because they feel like they have all the right.
Little Stephen Milam blue. It's 149.
I think you hit it right on the head too. When putting together that pitching rotation, everything had to go right for it, and it was going right for at least the first couple of months. So a lot of things have gone the other way, but it's not just the pitching. I mean, the offense hasn't been going well. In this 3-13 stretch, they haven't hit well with runners in scoring position, and they have not played well defensively. In fact, overall, I mean, they are the third worst in all of baseball as far as defensive runs saved. So that adds to more outs having to get. It just, they have to collectively play better. And look, they created that cushion at the beginning of the year by winning, so they're allowed to go through this.
Yeah.
But not any longer.
Oof. All right. Well, hopefully Sean Manaea comes back soon. That'll help them out, but we'll see. We know who is fantastic. That's Logan Webb, the unquestioned ace for the San Francisco Giants. And despite back-to-back top 10 Cy Young finishes, he really gets mentioned among the games late, unless you're D-Train, who mentioned him in the top 5 before. But look, he's humble. That willingness to get better. Webb is out to prove he belongs in that conversation.
Logan Webb, one of the most reliable starters in Major League Baseball the last half decade.
You know, this is my parts of 7 years in the big leagues now, and there's some things that I definitely think I got to get better at for sure. You know, I'm pitching into the 7th inning, sometimes 8th inning, and making sure you keep that lead. He's not a guy that's throwing 97, 98. He's a pitcher. He knows how to pitch. And the guy's
Kennard went to Atlanta. God, they're having.
He goes out there and pitches. He pitches 7 or 8 innings every game. His focus is on winning, but it's also let's give these guys a bullpen break. And there's very few of these guys in the game today.
The goal is to win the National West every single year. The goal is to win the World Series every single year.
Side, it's the when you're looking at the matchups, it's the guy you don't want. And then when you're around him, you realize how important he is to his staff.
You guys are watching all the bullpens. I got all the young pitchers watching me. I got Robbie and Justin behind me watching.
He didn't give you a chance to win when he has nothing at all.
Getting marginally better, and that's the difference between missing the postseason and making the postseason. And being willing to say that if we get to where we want to go, and that is playoff baseball, that he won't be overlooked this much.
Last 2.5 years, Logan Webb has been really good. And this is a big reason why, because he is durable. I mean, he starts, he gives you depth, quality starts. He really does it all. But yet, for some reason, he's never brought up, except for tonight, D-Train, when you really talk about the top pitchers in the game, does he deserve more respect?
Absolutely, because he has a different way of going about it. He's not a guy that's going to strike out 12. He does have the ability to do that, but he's an old school pitcher where he wants to go deep in the ball game and finish where he started, and I love that about him. Also, getting a chance to know him, he wants to go up against some of the best lineups and really the best pitchers in baseball. He does not run away from the smoke. But the last thing, he pitches to contact. So guys behind him love playing with him because they're going to keep them in the game defensively. He's a big Giants fan, grew up in Sacramento. So he's, this is a dream job for him, KB. And so he's really relished on a guy going 200-plus innings and making all his starts. And he's going to continue to do that.
We talked about the innings too, EK, and here's the thing, right? The days of 200 innings in a season are just gone. Look at this. When you think of the best, you think of Zach Wheeler. Logan Webb has almost 40 more innings than Zach Wheeler, right? Or 30 more innings than Zach Wheeler in the last couple of years. That tells you what kind of durability he has.
Right, you don't even think about it, right? And as far as ability, maybe his best ability is, as you mentioned, durability. And he can take the ball at any time. There's some other things, too, when you start looking at his numbers, that he does it and say, oh, wow, I didn't realize that. When you're talking about missing barrels, there's only 2 better in all of baseball as far as missing the barrel of the bat. The other thing, the strikeouts, right? He doesn't strike out a lot of guys, but he's changed things a little bit this year. Started throwing to the top of the zone, and it's crazy. I just looked it up. He's third in the National League in strikeouts. Yeah. I would have never guessed that at all, right? I just think, yes, great pitcher, going to throw you 7 innings, going to keep you a ball game, but he is the elite pitcher that the country needs to know.
EK, congratulations. You have hit your first event of the day, and your second event will be called.
What up, BK? Beautiful Dawn Rose, clearly.
Ryan Nelson gets the call for the Diamondbacks. A couple teams that have been smart. They've lately looking to get.
Clear. Unibest close. Little Coop Chase. And select Tavi 12-4. Still running. Cook. This is K9. Ooh, Michael Penix. Nice rookie pink. Unnumbered pinks. Little MPJ. The Penix Latu. Patty Pats, Ricky Pearsall, the rookies. Marvin Harrison, rook. Tago, Latu, rookie ink. So Wilson, Jaden Daniels, rookie.
This is so great. I've been telling him for months.
Cool. 3 of 5, J Love. Nice black foil. The black parallel. Old Spencer Rattler, AD Mitchell. So good box, clearly. Now look for the closeout and select. There's Dalton. Little Tommy Townsend. Little Punta. So silver, $3.99. CD, Joe Altz, Quinyon Mitchell. Real big Earl snapshot silver. Well, Allen. No best closeout. Oh, McNeely. Tameen Lipsy. Gold 7 to 10. Oh, Conca Nipple. So shimmer. Hey, Mark Sears, Drake Powell masterpieces. Perry TJ Bamba. So close out on the select. Get a fresh of each working. Oh, thank you, BK.
The journey. It starts here. On the every swing counts. Every step matters. Every moment inspires. The fundamentals today, the possibilities of tomorrow. Pitch, hit, and run. The journey starts here. Scan the QR code to sign up today.
In a loaded National League West, every game matters, and it's going to be a fight all the way to the finish. Tonight, the Giants send their ace to the mound in a showdown in the desert with the Diamondbacks.
Rolling Thunder himself, Logan Webb.
Fresh off a blockbuster deal for All-Star Rafael Devers, San Francisco is poised for a playoff push. Meanwhile, Arizona is looking to stay in the wild card race, led by the clutch team of Patel Marte.
Ketel Marte. Wide open.
Giants and Diamondbacks next on FS1.
All right, we're getting close to the first pitch. Eugenio Suarez and the Diamondbacks. He's had a monster year. Arizona, though, ice cold. Got swept by the Marlins over the weekend and home for the Giants starting tonight. The Giants, well, they're looking for any kind of offense they can get. And hoping that Jung-Hoo Lee can give it to him. He's hitting under 100 the last couple of weeks, and that obviously has to change. The MLB and FS1 pregame show is sponsored by Geico from Red Hot, Arizona tonight. Temperature, not the team. We say welcome. Pregame show, first pitch is moments away.
Temperature, not the team.
And I'm Kevin Burkhardt. As we get to that first pitch, the big news for the Giants last couple of weeks, of course, the addition of Rafael Devers. We'll get to that in a minute. First, some more highlights. Keep you updated on the latest action. Yankees and Blue Jays. Here is Jazz Chisholm. That is done.
Ooh, Jazz bomb.
Turn off the IO. They're going to need him, especially in long ball department, covering the baseball very well.
14th of the year for Jazz. He has been good with the bat. Sixth inning, Blue Jays are down to one, but this is Clement at the bat. Volpe's thrown out in time, beats it out, run scores, tied at 3. Then it's Vlad. This one ripped off Loaizaga, 2-run score. And then George Springer is thrown out at home. However, that's enough for the Blue Jays trying to hold on to a 1-run lead late in that game. Ace Rays, Ace jumping out to a big lead, 4-zip, but the Rays chipping away. Junior Caminero deep off Jacob Lopez, 2-run shot. He's got 21 of those on the year. So they're down by 2. Then a couple batters later, Jonathan Aranda. That's a base hit. All of a sudden, it's only a 1-run game.
Aranda's their best hitter in their lineup. He's been absolutely outstanding.
Next batter, Jose Caballero. Bunts. Nick Kurtz can't field it. We're tied. Those pesky Rays doing their thing. That one in the 8th. Red Sox have had their way with the Reds tonight. 5th inning, they're up 7-4. Wheeler Abreu. Deep. And look at this ricochet. Uh-oh.
Off to the races, KB.
Look at Abreu go. Long way to go. Trying for the inside to Parker. He gets here, not even a throw. It's 8-4. 8-5 now. Jaron Duran. Bang.
Lefty on lefty. On the slider got his foot down right around that pesky hole.
9-5. Red Sox going to wrap that up. Padres Phillies. Bryce Harper returning tonight. He's on the injury list for 22 games with wrist injury. Good to have him back. Phillies responding. Nick Castellanos says, welcome back, Cap. That is a line drive homer. 4-0. And then, like they get every night, they got great pitching. And your guy, Zach Wheeler, he, like every time out, he's automatic.
Absolutely automatic. I love the way he's spinning the baseball in his last couple starts. That makes the fastball play up. That's going to be able to change eye level like that.
There you go. That's around the league. So on these tonight, these teams are opposites. Arizona, great offensively, not great pitching. Giants, great pitching, not great offensively. That's why they went and traded for Rafael Devers. He's only played 12 games, couple home runs. What will his impact be there, do you think?
Well, it has to be a little bit better, especially without the ball skills. 17 strikeouts in the 12 games that he's played. The Giants are 4 in that record. But also the supporting cast, especially with Chapman being out, the supporting cast has to be better. You mentioned it. Lee hitting under 100 over his last 2 weeks. Flores only 4 hits over his last 2 weeks. And Adames 13 Ks. So there's a lot of swing and miss that's apparent in that lineup. If they really want to have the charge and really get into the postseason, those supporting cast with Rafael Devers have to play better offensively.
Yeah, they love to see Jung-Hoo Lee get hot, too.
Yes.
It's hot to start the year. It hasn't been the case. If you look at the NL West, right, I feel like every one of these teams is kind of taking their shot at the Dodgers, right? Padres are right there. Giants were tied for first place just a couple of weeks ago. And obviously Arizona has really slumped a little bit. Who is going to be the team to make that next run and try and get close? Because right now it's a 7-game lead for LA.
Well, it's important for the Diamondbacks right now. They need to have better rotation play and bullpen play, but they might be sellers come the deadline. And I love their offense, so that's going to be a loss here, especially all the money they allocated to some important players.
Yeah.
I do like the Giants, especially we talked about Webb. Ray seems like he's going to be an all-star as well, so I do like their rotation depth. They just need a little more consistency offensively-wise, and I think they might be able to steal one of those wild-card spots.
Yeah, Webb, Robbie Ray, Justin Verlander look good, even though amazingly he doesn't have a win so far.
Amazing.
In the first half of the year, but you would think that would change. So an important series begins tonight on FS1 with the Giants and the Diamondbacks both
coming off a rough stretch, both getting swept by the Marlins. Logan Webber, so Joey throwing the football.
Yeah, I gotta talk about that highway patrolman mustache too. I'm gonna text him after the game.
He's got the look. Brock Purdy, look out, he's got competition there. In San Francisco, and he's on the mound. Giants ace tonight against Mikel Marte. Diamondbacks are banged up. They're missing Corbin Carroll, their all-star. Marte's trying to carry the load. And the first pitch comes your way with Kevin Kugler and Eric Karros on the call when we come back.
It's brutal. So slow.
Good thing we brought Jersey Mike's. Is that Danny DeVito?
Don't worry about me. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. At Jersey Mike's, the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what matters here. Almost forgot. I found your ball.
It's a rock.
Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
And Doug.
Looks like we've told people Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. For the last time. Bye, my friend. Huh. I thought it was deeper than that. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You have a UTI at 30,000 feet. Yeah, you need a doctor. Good thing you can chat with an Amazon One medical provider from anywhere. That way, beds will be at your hotel, maybe even before you arrive. Now just brace your urethra for turbulence.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer.
Making beach towels. Now that's serious business. The guys at Sand Cloud chose a serious business card. The Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One. Their business earns unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy. Like this fabulous fabric. They get big purchasing power so their business can spend more and earn more.
Our 2% cash back helps us build our retail store.
You need a place to sell all these great looking towels. What's in your wallet?
Inside every dog is a struggle.
Flavor is good. Let's have some good.
Chewy is fun. Fun.
With flavor.
Fun.
Good and fun. Indulge your dog's good and fun cravings with good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog.
And we welcome you to Phoenix, Arizona, Chase Field, where tonight it's an NL West showdown as the San Francisco Giants are in town to open up a series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Alongside Eric Karros, I'm Kevin Kugler. These two teams just a couple of weeks ago were right in the thick of things in the National League West. EK, what a difference 2 weeks has made for each of their fates. Well, the Dodgers certainly got hot, but what really happened is the Giants and Diamondbacks, they went the other way. Giants were thinking about winning the division. Now both teams right now are focusing on the wild card. Giants, they're feeling okay about it. But the Diamondbacks, this is an important series. This is a playoff series for them. It can determine whether they're going to be buyers or sellers at the deadline. Bob Melvin's second season as Giants manager, looking at a team that's a game and a half out of the wild card. Torey Lovullo's team is 5 out, as you see the lineup. For the Giants, red-hot Christian Castle lead things off. Rafael Devers, Elliot Ramos, Dominic Smith, Willie Adames, Jung-Hoo Lee, Tyler Fitzgerald back up from the minors, and in the starting lineup tonight, Patrick Bailey and Daniel Johnson rounding it out for the Giants, who are just 5-10 in their last 15 as they'll go to work against Ryan Nelson. Much better as a starter than a reliever this year. Now you take a look at it, this will be his 8th start of the season. If you look at his last 3 games, he's thrown 15 2/3 innings pitched, only allowed 2 earned runs, both of those solo home runs. A 1.15 ERA over the last 3 games. For Nelson, there's what he throws, a lot of 4-seam fastball. Yeah, loves the hard stuff, is going to challenge every hitter. He'll mix in some of the cutters, the It's 217 the average since the trade from Boston. The Devers is high for ball one. Talking to Bob Melvin before the game, he had a lot of praise for Rafael Devers. His approach, not only as a hitter, but his approach on this team to fill whatever role they needed to fill. You remember when he was with the Red Sox, he was somewhat reluctant after being moved off third base to a DH role to play first. But Bob Melvin told us before the game, AK, he's probably going to see some time at first in the very near future. 1-2 to Devers.
It's almost like he gets a clean slate. He gets to start over. And I think that in Boston, it wasn't physically can you do it. I think there were a lot of other things that, whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, we weren't there. We aren't Rafael Devers. We all say what we would do, but I expect to see him out in the field at some point here in a Giants uniform.
And the 2-2 fouled away. And Ramos to follow. Bob Melvin and these Giants trying to find an answer offensively. Getting just 213 in their last 14 games. They really struggled with runners in scoring position. Haven't had any home runs the last 3 games. It's been a power outage and it's been an offensive slowdown. Swing and a miss, and there's a four-seamer. Devers out on strike, so there's 2 gone in the first.
And Devers continuing to struggle right now. He's in a stretch where there are a lot of swing and miss. If you go back to the beginning of the year, he had the same sort of issue. But again, we remember at the beginning of the year, striking out a lot, thinking, oh man, this whole idea of DH, and then next thing you know, he's at the top of the American League leaderboard and everything.
There's Elliot Ramos. Fastball swung on and missed. 96 at the top of the zone against the guy who in his career has been a Diamondback killer. A career .422 hitter against Arizona. Quickly behind, 0-2, and a steady diet of heat from Nelson early.
And you see where he's locating at the top of the zone, getting some run on it. Difficult for the hitters to attack that, make contact.
Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3 as the Giants go in order. Top of the first.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With rapid remission at 12 weeks, and less bowel movements and abdominal pain at 4 weeks. Most patients achieve remission at 1 year, and some patients have visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
If you keep making that face, it's gonna stay like that.
Funny. I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
Well, that's easy. USAA.
I thought that was for the military.
And their families. Grandpa served, and he joined USAA. He shared membership with your mom, so she'll give it to you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they'll take good care of you.
USAA. Members who switched saved an average of $725 annually on auto insurance.
Bigger isn't always better. Smaller AI models can deliver the right results and help reduce AI costs up to 90%. Be AI built for business. IBM.
Superman. Hurry in for the new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat. Right now at DQ.
Pitch to Geraldo Perdomo in the bottom of the first from Logan Webb is outside for a ball. Webb having a tremendous season. One of the most consistent pitchers in baseball. Up stairs and 2-0 now to Perdomo. And Perdomo rifles that to right, but right there is Daniel Johnson. He hit it well, but there's one out. Nice job falling behind 2-0. He challenges Perdomo. Has a little bit of luck, right? That ball comes off the bat at 108 miles an hour, but finds your right field. So here's Ketel Marte, 305 average, 17 home runs, 30.
BK. Full 25 hobby first best.
Last 10 games, a 405 average. Jammed him and he pops it up. Johnson coming in to make the catch. Quickly 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half of the first for Logan Webb, who earned run average of 2.5 this year. There's what you'll see from Logan Webb.
We're gonna do some nice ink out of this hobby.
That's what he likes to use. Four-seam, though, has been among the best pitches in all of baseball. Only uses it 8% of the time, but he's got almost a 40% whip on that pitch. One of the reasons why his strikeout numbers are up dramatically this year. Mixing in that sweeper and using that with more frequency as well. I think he won to Pavin Smith.
First best 3-4.
You say that, Kev, the strikeout rate's up. I never would have imagined, but you said, hey, who's the top 3 or 4 strikeout leaders in the National League? He wasn't my guy, but he's third.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleeping. Thanks to new Natron Sleep and Restore, which helps you miss me. Every great night's
Let's go
sleep
Bowman first. Little Bowman Hob.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend designed to hydrate, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. So you can lose more sweat.
Little Kadeem Diaw. So purple ink 250.
Is it in you?
Yeah, third rounder. Oh, Andrew Painter, X Fractor. Where's Robert Calaz, 399. Oh, McConaughey. Okay, Reptilian first.
Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward. Fuel power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile and every path leads to new possibilities.
Pineda, so Blue Lava, Sebastian Walcott, 150, color match. Shield down. Romo, Rookie of the Year.
Dominic Smith, Willie Adamas, Jung-Hoo Lee for the Giants in the
Brendan
top of the second
Watford,
inning.
Sixers.
First pitch, fastball, first strike. The average. One home run.
Walker Jenkins.
Starting the season for Smith. Center field for a base hit. So Dominic Smith
Oh, big Christmas. Little John Kinsey red logo. Kurtz Lomavita unnumbered speckle. First Bowman. Sammy Hernandez, blue paper, 150. So Eldridge and Nabil Mariano, Reptilian first. Skeens Treasure Trove. Corey Seager, 399. O'Meal Morales, Orange Shimmer. That's 425. Schwellenbach. Here's Luis Angel Acuna. It's McConaughey first. Oh, Kaylee Heckle. It's McKinley Randolph refractor. So Nolan Trayor, 99. Green speckle. That's Derek Queen Shimmer. And Cheryl. Jalil Bethea is making the grade. And Garway Duel. Got the patch. Candies. Trey Norman refractor. Oh, Nisa Moro. It's 11/25. It's a 2-color patch ink. Let it rain. Oh, nice hit. Like Freeman Shimmer. So no, making the grade. Speckle 99. That Joyce Edwards. Old Diamond Sion James. There we go. Thank you, BK.
Gillette Labs ain't a miracle, but it sure as heck ain't my old razor. It's Gillette's best shave. And with up to 30 shaves per cartridge, I'm spending less. Its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer.
And give you a fresh blade feeling time after time.
Gillette Labs, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. Soccer. Today, let's paint with Bear. Oh, you're already done? Yes,
I got one more silver dollar.
I'm still here. Do your research and get great value at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
Still looking for a new job?
Just found out my dad's sister's husband is golfing buddies with the CEO of a great company. So basically, I got a job.
Sounds promising.
Indeed helps you match based on what you know, not who you know.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't know he exists, to be honest.
Zook's tasty, tender dog treats can turn every outing into an adventure. From park to peak, wherever you roam, don't forget the Zooks. Zook's dog treats. Choose your adventure.
All right, packs a wide.
is Eugenio Suarez. The sweeper swung on and missed for strike one. Gurriel and McCarthy to follow for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the second. Suarez looks at ball one. Been a terrific year for Eugenio Suarez. 24 home runs, the most in Major League Baseball, 25 rather, for a third baseman. 2-1 the count. Third overall in Major League Baseball with 68 runs driven in.
Now tell me the Diamondbacks won't get a ton of calls on him if they decide to become sellers. A lot of teams can use a third baseman. You mentioned the power, solid defense, great in the clubhouse. You know, you look at Seattle, Northwest, that's his old team. They can use a third baseman for the run.
2-2 to Suarez. Bouncing ball foul. And that's going to be a real interesting conversation for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And this series may play a large part in whether that uniform is still on Eugenio Suarez. If we show you this graphic at the end of the year, because he's one of several Diamondbacks, EK, that are in the last year of their deals. And Josh Naylor, Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, you'd think all those guys would get some interest from around the league from teams that are in contention. Swing and a miss. Suarez chased that change out of the zone, and there's the first strikeout of the night for Logan Webb.
Logan Webb goes out of the zone. It looks like it's going to be a strike if Suarez can't keep going after it.
There's Lourdes Gurriel really struggling of late. 4 for 29 over his last 7, and he's only driven in 1 run in that span. .250 the average overall. He's hit 10 long balls, 41 runs driven in on the season. And the 0-1 floated into right, but on the run is Johnson, and Daniel Johnson with his 3rd grab of the night already. And there's 2 gone in the second.
Right, he's getting his work in out there in right field. How about Logan Webb so far? 5 outs.
17 pitches. He's really been good at Chase Field. 2.67 ERA in 5 starts here. 6 innings pitched and 2 earned runs or fewer. That span that you saw, he's only allowed more than 3 earned runs in 1 start all season. For a career best earned run average.
I got one more $7.
You were asking Bob Melvin about it before this game, and so Bob Melvin said we don't have anybody more important than Logan, right?
I mean, so many things, boxes that he checks.
Broken liner into right, that's a base hit. Jake McCarthy sacrifices the bat, but he's got a base hit with 2 out here in the second.
Yeah, he served that out there at 77 miles an hour, but he'll take it. I was talking about, Logan Webb, like I said, he fills so many roles. He's ready to pitch the big game. Not scared of anybody. He's got the durability. He's got the effectiveness.
Jake McCarthy has been really good against Webb. That's his 7th hit in 21 career at-bats against Logan Webb. Throw over to keep an eye on McCarthy.
McCarthy only 2 stolen bases this year, but he can move.
Ball 1 strike on Tim Towel.
You see that pitch? That's that sinker. Webb starts it on the inner part of the plate. So as a hitter, you're thinking, I can get to that, but with the amount of movement, it moves off the plate right on the right-hander's hands.
he starts that in, you got to let that go. Foul that one away, right? You're just going to pound that into the ground. You're going to foul it off, not going to hit it hard. As a hitter, the approach is you've got to push Webb out over the plate. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the second.
Right, wide open.
And a champ shot. He tried to check his swing and it caught the bat. Foul ball, 1-2. That was that 4-seamer that has been so effective for him this year.
Burnt out skating.
2-2 on Tawa. Got it. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Webb, and we're scoreless through 2 in Phoenix.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardians at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardians may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired, and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardians. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardians is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Subway's footlongs are packed with protein, like the Ultimate BNT or the All-Pro Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki with 58 grams of protein. And now, Subway MVP Rewards members can buy any footlong in the app and get another for just $1. Fuel up now in the Subway app.
Hands-free Skechers slip-ins now come in Glide Step Max cushioning. This actually gave me an idea to combine all my favorite sports into one. White eggs, hot! Carpath only. Try Glide Step Max cushioning hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Jack Daniels starts here. From cave spring water to sugar maple charcoal to smooth Tennessee whiskey. Made by those who pour everything into their craft. That's what makes Jack, Jack.
Tyler Fitzgerald to work against Ryan Nelson to start off this 3rd inning. San Francisco and Arizona scoreless early on. The first pitch fastball is fouled back by Tyler Fitzgerald, who just came back up today from AAA Sacramento. Casey Schmidt had to go on the injured list, so after being sent down a week ago, Fitzgerald's not only back, he's back in the lineup. And the 0-1 is fouled away by Fitzgerald. I mean, this was literally crazy. You're talking about pitch usage tonight. 24 pitches. 22 of them have been 4-seam fastballs. We saw at the beginning of the broadcast in multiple forms what we are going to see from Ryan Nelson tonight. I guess all we needed to show you was he's going to throw a fastball over and over and over again. When you talk about the pitch arsenal of usage, it's 65%. We're at 91. Oh, there we go. Man, the throw on speed there. Yeah, just to mess things up, huh? Well, when you see 90% fastballs, that slider could be even more effective than it was here to get Fitzgerald for out number 1. Was kind of the form for Nelson last year. Fastball cutter was really his 2-pitch lead last year. This year we've seen the slider used a little bit more, and the curve curve at about 10% usage to complement that heavy usage fastball. One out off the end of the bat, poked in a perfect spot through the hole on the left side, and Patrick Bailey's aboard with a bouncing base hit. So it's Daniel Johnson's opportunity now with 1 out and 1 on in the San Francisco third. Inside, quite the ride this year for Daniel Johnson. He began the season playing in the Mexican League. Signed a minor league deal with the Giants on May 2nd. Hit .272 in Sacramento and got the call back to the big leagues on June 4th. In the air to center field, pretty well hit, but Thomas will have room out there in the deepest part of the ballpark to make the catch. Bailey back to first, and there's 2 gone in the third.
Alright, what up, Vin? Skeens Comics. It's a little Skeens chasing. Yeah, a little 3-5, nice. Guys are sick. Like a black mosaic. That's fine right there. Thank you, brother. Been in the house. What up, Zabin? Out of pop. No, we got more. Is it that box close up? I can if that box closes up, I'll put a fresh.
Your cheeseburger deserves a nice big slice of our Sargento family legacy. You can taste over 70 years of our family high-quality real natural cheese in every bite. You have our word
Snake. Oh, yeah, 28 closed. I'll get a fresh working.
Ah, yummy, yummy goodness. Isn't that the best part of good and fun?
No way! It's all like chewy fun!
I mean, if that were true, it would be called fun and good.
Oh.
Don't even think about it.
Indulge both sides with good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog.
Right, another's up.
Thieves take 60 cookies from a bakery. They eat 3 and drop 12. How many are left?
All right, wide open. We got Futures games. Hey, All-Star Weekend already here. 18th through every 14th.
First pitch, Alec Thomas fouls away. 2 for 15 in his career against Logan Webb as he settles in with a .239 average to start off the night. Herrera ended the top of the order for Domo here in the third for the Diamondbacks.
Seriously, why are there?
Little looper and to left, and that's perfect placement. It'll drop in for a base hit. base hit of the game, and a runner in scoring position, and the bunt dropped down by Herrera, and a good one up with it to first, and the throw is low, and skips away. On the line home is Thomas.
Zona on the board.
Arizona up by 1. And now back to the top of the order, and Geraldo Perdomo, who lined out to right in the first inning. Bouncing ball, could be 2. 1, and 9 timing it Perdomo down the line. Herrera erased on the fielder's choice, and now Torey Lovullo saying, hold on, Jose. You may want to look at that play at second. Yeah, they decided not to. They're good. That's close, right? Again, the call is out at second base, so you have to see something that would overturn it. Probably not enough. But you're right, really close. So 1 on, 1 out for Ketel Marte, and Webb missing inside for ball 1. Cutter in there for a strike. Marte 5 for 25, but he does have a home run in his career against Logan Webb. One of 2 players this year with 15 or more homers and a 300 batting average. Likely on his way to his 3rd All-Star game in a couple of weeks. Again on Fox. One, 2 is low, 2 and 2. Arizona scored a run. They basically hit it on a ball that was hit about 68 miles an hour, and then a sacrifice bunt that turned into an air that was 40 miles an hour. Just missed at the high end of that zone, and it's 3 and 2. Webb thought that was strike 3. Balls, 2 strikes. Perdomo at first. Bouncing ball, fouled away, still 3 and 2. Both of these guys right now, Marte at the plate, Webb on the mound. Probably 2 of them. I'm going to say I don't want to say underrated because they are recognized, but they don't get the attention that they both deserve. Ball 4, and Marte draws the walk. The Diamondbacks looking for more here in this 3rd inning. Ketel Marte mentioned likely on his way to his 3rd All-Star game. He's the leading vote getter in the National League at second base. Dodgers well represented, as you might imagine, with 4 at their various positions. A couple of weeks before the All-Star game on Fox. David Smith takes strike 1. Now looking at that group real quick, the outfield, just to go back there. Kyle Tucker having a great year in Chicago. And James Wood, an unbelievable talent in the Nationals. Some new faces on there. Pete Crow Armstrong, leading that list. He's had a tremendous season in Chicago.
Right, what up, Cruz? Full Chrome Blaster, 21 Fibers.
Certainly could be considered for one of those 3rd basemen that may be out there as well. Imagine Wrigley amount of power in the summer, wow. 1-2 on the ground. The throw to second for one. The return throw to first not in time.
Do a little pop ripping. I'll get behind that. Yeah, get that good luck mojo going. Mitchell P. Will, rookie. Tank Dell, Aiden O'Connell, pink first. Joe Dontavian, Rambling Man. Oh, Michael Mayer, pink first. Ant Rooch, Jordan Addison, 52, 55 throwback. So Andrell Anthony, pink. Yeah, Joey Porter, refractor first. Kool-Aid. Yeah, Morgan, Clayton Tune, first Bowman pink. Oh, ink and number love, hot. Oh, thank you, Chris. So I've got some packs coming, Russo. I'll hit it in 20 minutes. We'll jump into the pop. That's okay. Best clothes, fresh select.
Quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day. So I can handle whatever the day may throw. Don't take it or CYP4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines to take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in your breathing, face, tongue, or throat, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor. You can stop migraine attacks and stay in control where you go.
Alright, so fresh, 4-5, 8-11.
The leaves, rocks, trees, sticks, and that one tree again. Day 3 nights, play Sunrise Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People good for these guys' cheers and these guys'
Fresh. Little Devonta.
best enjoyed together. Official spirit.
Field level tie-dye. Wrong name. Eli Ricks. It's a 25.
Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And get access to over 1,000 lounges worldwide. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
On Joku. So Armstead, Michael Penix, icons. Fred, Blake Corum, silver. So Lamar, color match. So purple on purple. Sharp 43 is 75. Lamb Jack. Bo Urlacher. Little Eddie George. A little throwback white. Little Oilers color match. 35. Lad McConkey field level. It's Tommy Townsend. All hits sold on the fresh start. LeBaron Philon 99. Jonas Idu 75. It's a yellow laser. Old Patrick Gongba. It's old Duke Blue 150. That's Sonya Citron. Sir Silas Swords. It's the insert shimmer. Beast. Jaden Akins. There's little Ace. Kylan Boswell purple 250. Jordan Gainey the yellow laser. It's a 75. Old Caravan shimmer. Trayor Jaloba Thea making the grade. Store Gomba. Oh, fresh best working. Oh, thank you, BK.
You mentioned that start just to close the book on Rafael Devers. He started the year 0 for 19 with 15 strikeouts. It was a terrible start. As bad as the start was, he was the opposite of that at the plate the rest of the time in Boston, including winning a game you and I did a few weeks ago on FS1, right? You know, that start that he had, it's almost hard to do that. Now, even if you were trying to do that, you're going to make more contact. But when you went through it, outside the ballpark, you're thinking that this isn't just going to work here. But as you mentioned, as rough a start as he had, he completely turned it around. Two to Ramos with one out here in the fourth. Swing and a miss. Went upstairs with that four-seamer and already 6 strikeouts for Ryan Nelson with 2 out of the fourth. All 6 strikeouts have been swinging. You see where he's living at the top of the zone. The hitter's yet to make an adjustment. It's almost as if you see it up there in that part of the zone. You've got to let it go. That's been kind of the story with this Giants offense of late. They've really struggled to get any kind of rhythm as Dominic Smith puts a charge into this one to right. Up there making the catch is Jake McCarthy. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Nelson, protecting a 1-0 lead.
Everyone loves the New Jersey Mike's chocolate chunk mini cookies made with brown butter.
Chocolate chunk.
The camera person, the sound person, even the person who lives in my pocket.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. And Doug. Okay, here's what you want to do. Save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
Are you a caddy?
No, I'm a Doug.
Trade. I saw that. He said that a little while back, though. I mean, it's either Giannis or LeBron.
Only pay for what you need.
The only two that would make sense. I feel like it's got to be Giannis. And all that talk about Giannis moving on.
Paint that's designed to last. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands, like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. Your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up.
We shall see. That's been 24 H2.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America.
24 fresh 2020 chrome.
Like the people who keep this country
2411. I got one home.
Helping neighbors.
Little fresh finest. The wild card Trump 18s. Not number these. Trust 2425 FIFA 32. 25 to.
Where the subs matter most. The Jersey Mike's thing.
Lourdes Gurriel takes a changeup for a strike to start the bottom half of the fourth inning against Logan Webb. It's a
LeBron back to Miami would be crazy.
Gurriel, McCarthy, and Tawa in the fourth.
Sonny Fronis and Cron Draft.
He had that long inning in the third where he labored, and then Ryan Nelson came out. A quick 1, 2, 3 top of the fourth, so Webb right back to work. Fortunate play for Logan Webb. The game is indoors. It was 115 degrees in Phoenix. The heat of the day today. As you might imagine, the roof closed to chase me back. The 2-1 Gurriel. It's smothered by Cross. Third waits and gets a good strong throw to get Gurriel for out number 1. Nice play by Christian Cross.
I like this mix. Let's get it, man. LeBron to Washington? There's no way. Giannis to the Hawks. Giannis to Golden State would be ridiculous. Jazz. I heard a lot of talk about Ace being in. Sure, you know who does not want to be in Utah? Fresh Finest 6. Looks like a 19. Yeah. MJ did, but LeBron is not going to finish his career in Washington. LeBron said he wants to go to a contender. Washington is not a contender. Lights in 20 draft 6. It's got a little thickness to it.
That even things out though, right? He broke his bat his last time and had a base hit.
Alright, so go ahead, let's go draft. Finest. There you go. 25. DeCaro. Danny Dickinson, blue, 149. Gio Rojas. 24. Michael Macy, red, 199. Remember who's in 24? Savage. Oh, Casey Cunningham, so close. 99. Is that Brady Marietta? It's a 65. Marietta. Miguel Velasquez. The 24 close. 12 of 25. Well, thumbs up, silver. Hawk would be upset. The 14, a 15, little red speckle. Combo. Oh, Mbappe field level. Lautaro Martinez equalizers. Is Cole Palmer. Fresh Finest looking for 2. Little Sandman. Streak. Well, Yair Rodriguez. Not bad on it. Well, Intimidators on card. Wonder Boy. Ooh, Brandon Royval, man. What a fight this weekend. That's sick. A black refractor, 12 of 15. God, Josh Fan, dude. He is just a dog. Crazy. They both took that fight 3 weeks notice. Both on. Nice, good pack of Finest. Taking one down. Closed. Fresh 20. A little thickness to this thing. Red. Tua Hurts. The Shiesty Rook. Ayuk. 10 of 15. Is he throwing it? Wrong quarterback. Damn, sick card. Anthony Gordon. It's a 3-color RPA. It's a little Phoenix. Orange mosaic. Man, wrong QB. Ibsen. Zach Moss. Oh, good stack right there. Oh, thank you, Vin. I see this. Still holding 25. Corey G, 21 chrome now. Yeah, still looking for both in this box. Is Hopper. Ronald Acuna blue. So 150. Acuna in the home run derby. So Oswald Peraza. There we go. Thank you, Corey G. Still marinating. BK Fresh Cosmic Select. 18369.
Francisco's going to make a run down wild card. Jung Hoo Lee's going to find that rhythm that he had early in the season. He came right in a perfect world. He's hitting at the top of the lineup, setting the tone. You take a look at those last 2 months, just completely lost it. In the air, left field. Tomwa drifting back, shy of the track to make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Here in the 5th inning, 7 in a row retired by Ryan Nelson since the single by Bailey, as Tyler Fitzgerald will come up. Nelson also takes a look at pitch count.
Find a little ink out of here.
Chase on the slider low, and it's 1-2 now on Fitzgerald.
So fresh cards 4, 5, 6, 8, 15, 18.
Second year with the Giants. 1-2 to Fitzgerald. Behind the fastball fouled away. You see where that pitch is? It's out of the zone. It's a ball. But as a hitter, you can get it at high level. I know I can get that. Again, with that velocity and that rise.
A little Sonat Rook. Oh, Nate Wiggins Rook. Aikman launched. Walter Greatness. Folks. Bruce. Oh, Bruce Smith Nucleus Breeze Star Command. Jace McClellan. Amendola. Theo Johnson. No Purple Lava Rook 150. Use Marshall Falk. That Brian Westbrook 75. Oh, JD. Stingley Silver. So Daniels sweet level. Loney, Andrew Phillips, Silver Rook. Sends Ed Oliver. Oh, Pearsall. Pat Mahomes, Phenomena. Oh, Anthony Richardson. So second year. Silver jersey auto. Oh, classic Ant Rich Sig. It's a 99. Oh, Sam Hubbard. So taking one down to select. Oh, thank you, BK. Chris, 21, 10-3.
Symptoms held me back. Don't let symptoms define you. Emerge as you with clearer skin. With Tremfya, most people have 100% clear skin that stayed clear, even at 5 years. Tremfya is proven to significantly reduce joint pain, stiffness.
Missing a card. I hope they didn't short us an auto from that. Cheers. Schmitz Rook. Is Colmenares first. No ink out the box.
Emerge as you with clear skin. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Old ideas are everywhere. Left over from legacy thinking. If you're not careful, they get sneaked into everything. When you're not bound to the past, old ideas can't hold you back. Exquisite design with the soul of the sports car. The new UV7. Welcome to Genesis.
If your grandpa wears one of these, if your husband wears these on the weekend, if your mom wore this, or if your wife wears this, you can count on USAA. Membership for the spouses, kids, and then grandkids of those who serve. Count on us. Count on USAA. See if you can join USAA today.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer.
8-9-1 in the Diamondbacks lineup against Logan Webb, and Alec Thomas fouls the first offering away. Snapped a 4-for-38 skid with that bloop double in the third, and eventually came around to score on the throwing error. Trying to field and throw the bunt out. Jose Herrera came around from second. And a strike is called. The sweeper in the zone, and it's 0-2. perfect spots. And he's important to start off the fifth inning. They could take it even a step further. Both of those, when he was behind in the count. Just kind of floats it out there in the left field. Leadoff hitter on board, just like he did last time. They had Herrera sacrifice or attempt to sacrifice him from second to third last time. He'll square to bunt here and trying to push him into scoring position. A good bunt. Webb flips it underhand, and it just got there to get Herrera. It's a sacrifice, his second of the day, and Thomas into scoring position with one out. Look, was kind of in that no man's land. Decides to do that flip. I think once he underhanded it, he was talking to it. Get there, get there, get there. I like this though. Go out to the mound, just give him a little breather. That was a lot of energy right there for Logan. Also, you got a runner on second base. He's got the ability to relay signs. Now, again, not signs so much as when he's picking up from the catcher, obviously because of the pitch comp. But you can watch the pitcher and how he grips the ball, if you can see that in his glove.
God damn.
Aldo Perdomo, the batter, top of the order, and the third
A little more than I was hoping to pay for that.
Herrera with
Sick
his
card.
sacrifice bunt, the most in Major League Baseball. That gives Perdomo a chance to add the Arizona lead with a base hit here, and he looks at strike one. Already a career-high 57 runs driven in this year for Perdomo. That one caught the inside corner, says Quinn Walcott behind the plate. 0-2 on Perdomo.
Jesus, babe. Trade is back. Tell him cream. Jesus, babe. Jesus, babe. Jesus, babe.
Defensively and offensively. Corbin Carroll on the shelf right now. Forcing a shuffle of this lineup. The 0-2. Looked that one into the glove. Did not swing. And it's 1-2 now on Perdomo.
Right, Sky. Little pulse retail.
Before the game told us that he's going to do some test swings tomorrow with two hands on the bat. It's a chip fracture in his left wrist, but that's a big next step for Corbin Carroll. And Troy said, look, he's a fast healer. I wouldn't rule anything out with him. At the end of the day, it all just comes down to what can Corbin Carroll tolerate. He's had such a nice bounce back year.
Little Holden stays. I think they've all been on card so far. Little Tennessee tight end. Cool. So on card auto.
Absolutely made an impact in the slugging department. And that's the thing you just wonder, even if he is healthy enough to come back, does he become a different player? Does he still provide that slow home run?
Little tight end. Oh, thank you, Kyle.
2-2. Perdomo really battling here in this at bat. Pitch of the at bat coming. And again, another foul ball. How about this? We're coming upon the 10th pitch. You just mentioned 10th pitch of the at bat. The count's 2-2. Or like I feel it should be 3-2, and then he's fouled off a bunch. Oh, swing and a miss. That nasty sweeper tied him up inside. Perdomo, Out on strikes, and here comes Ketel Marte trying to provide a lift here as he's done all season. 4 home runs in the last 6 games. The 2-time, about to be 3-time All-Star coming up in a big spot here.
Yeah, one of the most dynamic players in the game. Now, he's probably sitting on first pitch trying to ambush Logan Webb, hoping that he just wore out his welcome pitch at the Perdomo.
Big Ben. Flea Retro Looney Tunes. I forgot we had this. Retro Looney.
2 down in the 5th, and that cutter peeling away from Marte. Marte a little frustrated with that. He thought he had
Retro 11-6. Retro Harry Potter 6. You're a wizard. A little full stones, fresh selector.
Diamondbacks. At second is Alec Thomas. The 1-2 pitch, and it just got a piece to stay alive.
Diamondbacks 0 for 3 tonight with runners in scoring position. Between the teams, there's only been 4 at-bats. Somebody out there to drive in.
So 3-11 the last 27 games with runners in scoring position. Just singing it's 2-2. Go back to last year.
Oh, he transferred to Indy? Yeah. Oh yeah, a little Jagger Color Blast. Oh, we've been pulling some fire out of the stones. So 2 gold vinyls, couple golds. Hit a Color Blast. I've seen black Finite. Yeah. Select 6. Fine night. I won't be upset at that. We upset a little black fine nights. A little wizard.
Look at that hottie. The Takis Fuego meal. Wendy's spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis chips and Fuego fries inspired by Takis. So Takis fans, you're welcome. And new Takis fans, good luck for an intense new take.
Oh, young Lord Voldemort. Hold on, cut.
I have a question for you.
You're a wizard, Harry.
When did Granddad first start investing?
Granddad had an established job before he really started with nothing. He worked hard and
Granny.
passed away. The torch has been passed to me.
Sylvester.
And my
Tweet
wife,
team.
Jennifer, she was with
So Metal Uni Roadrunner. Beep me.
the 2 grandchildren planning for their college education.
No bugs. Hit the. I kind of destroyed that already. I'm just not seeing that message. A Wile E. Coyote. Oh, Beaky Buzzard medal. If we crack into another one, the next one we do, I'll get it for you. So Stephanie Vacker, a ringside rook. Stromy. So Wendy Richter, light blue 199. Keith. Mr. Keith Hot Licks. It's a disco. 149 Charlie Watts silver. Keith, those original stadium show. Little silver. That Ford Field. Ronnie Wood, black and red checker. The 179. Kelenic. That's the poster orange wave. Well, 199 McJagger silver. Show Finland silver licks. So Ronnie Wood orange wave 259. Jeez. Oh, that is disgusting. It's like dryer lint. Ew. Oh, between the buttons silver. So Keith Richards blue ice. A sick card. So 75. Yeller. Oh, Ronnie. The silver poster. Exile. And then Charlie Watts. The yellow scope. So 199. Man, nothing super crazy. There we go. Thank you, Vin. Corey G. Prism Timo.
So 2 down for Devers, who looks at fastball up for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Devers and Ramos, the 2-3 spot, 0 for 4 to 90K with 4 Ks. Ball swinging. The 1-1. Two balls and a strike, 2 out in the top of the 6th. Game 1 of the series. Arizona won 2 of 3 in San Francisco in May. Swing and a miss. That high fastball again. Denver struggling to catch up right now. Now, Giants just have not been able to make the adjustment as of yet. The 2-2 from Nelson. Giants have been living by that mantra of it's high, let it fly. They've been...
Shoot, the T-Mall. We were out of the T-Mall, Corey. I forgot to take it down. We got retail. 21.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3, and there's the first 3 balls.
Yeah, we hit 2 gold vinyls, a few golds, Color Blast, 3 of them.
Almost hoping for a chance here in the 6th. He waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch to Rafael Devers, who has struck out twice tonight. Swing and a miss. He got it on the slider. 6 shutout innings for Ryan Nelson. 7 strikeouts on the night.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Inside every dog is a struggle.
Flavor is good. Let's have some good. Chewy is fun. Fun. Fine. Good and fun.
Indulge your dog's good and fun cravings with good and fun treats for dogs. Let dogs dog.
It's go time. The 2025 Pro Spirit MLB All-Star Ballot Final.
We got a fresh case of it too.
Vote totals are
We don't have many. Those all. I think those are all
stars to Atlanta.
Pretty sure those were loose boxes we got in originally.
Presented by MasterCard. Vote once each day at MLB.com.
Yeah, I got a full case.
July 2nd at noon Eastern Time. Submit your ballot and bring the shine to some.
The cookie problem. Thieves take 60 cookies from a bakery. They ate 3 and dropped 12. How many are left?
Well, from the loose boxes, 2 gold vinyls, Color Blast, probably 3 or 4 golds.
The reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving.
Wouldn't say that's too shabby. Cool retip.
Every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability is on the standard.
You can get $7,600 total value on this 2025
Yeah, 14, 18, 23.
Chevrolet, available in Southern Truck Brand in Central Carolina for 3 years.
Nathan Smith fouled off the left and out play. It'll be Smith, Suarez, and Gurriel for the Diamondbacks in the 6th inning against right-hander Logan Webb, who's been very good tonight. Save 1 run allowed in the 3rd inning. Giants fan though, Eric Harris,
Old Mo Moody.
with what you've seen from Logan Webb tonight.
True Thaddeus.
He's been everything he's been all year long. Dominant. He
Old Butler, Rook.
carried this Giants staff.
It's KG, Silver.
The relief corps has been excellent as well.
Old Primo, Rook. Trey Murphy, Emerging Silver.
Back to the starting rotation.
Love Murphy.
You haven't got a lot of outside of Logan Webb and
Yeah, Rubio. Davion Mitchell, the Silver Rook.
still looking for his first win on this Giants.
There we go. Thank you, Corey.
He's down on strikes. 6 strikeouts now for Logan Webb, including 3 straight Ks. And there's 1 gone in the 6th. Take a look at this pitch. It's way out of the zone. Nathan Smith unable to hold up. We saw a similar type pitch. Suarez first pitch swinging, picked up in a hole by Thomas. The throw across. Snared by Dominic Smith, and Suarez is retired for the 2nd out of the 6th inning. Casey Cos was laying down in front of Adames and couldn't really shuffle his feet, move through the throws. We kind of flat-footed, one hop over to Dominic Smith, getting his work in over there. Here's Lourdes Gurriel, 0 for 2 tonight.
Lourdes Gurriel.
4 for his last 31 at the plate.
All right, packs a wide. Probably jump into. We just got that 1 pop century shortly. Oh, see you, ball. Lourdes Gurriel.
You get this sweeper, it just kind of hangs up there, doesn't have a lot of break, almost backs up. But again, because it was only 85 miles an hour, Gurriel has time to break it, and he puts his hands in. Just lofts that ball high into the air, 410 feet. And a bunt dropped down left, barehand pickup, throw to first in time to get the speedy McCarthy. And the inning is over, but Lourdes Gurriel's home run makes it 2-0 Arizona.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. and some have pain relief that lasts all day. So I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Touches of black. They say a lot without having to say much. They stand for elegance, refinement, and prestige. Even a little can go a long way. And though they're darker than the darkest night, they make you see everything in a new light. The Kia X-Line Nightfall Collection.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
Today, let's stay with Bear.
Today we're...
This is so great. I've been telling him for months.
There's been a lot of rain.
With Bear stains, your deck will have all-weather protection.
Huh.
Get the #1 rated stain at an everyday low price, only at the Home Depot. People, they're good for squad goals and squad... People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. Soccer.
Any questions?
How did you become the Capital One Bank guy?
I've always been passionate about no fees or minimums on checking accounts.
Aren't you in the Hall of Fame?
Didn't you live in space?
What's in your one?
48 of the 69 pitches, a 70% rate for the fastball tonight for Ryan Nelson. It has worked for him. No runs on 3 hits allowed and a fastball for a strike to Elliot Ramos, followed by Dominic Smith and Willie Adames here in the 7th. Ramos has struck out swinging twice tonight. You mentioned it last inning, and the totals have moved up, but the 2 and 3 hitters for the Giants 0 for 5 up to this point, 5 strikeouts, all swinging. 1-1 to Ramos, high, tight, likely out of the zone, but he chased, and it's 1-2. Torey Lovullo getting everything he could want out of Ryan Nelson tonight. 1-2 to Ramos. Didn't chase that 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 2-2. Yeah, good job by Ramos. That's been the pitch of death for the Giants, right? It's anything up at the top of the zone they've been unable to lay off of it. Here's the 2-2. Pretty remarkable to be in the 7th inning and see the 75th pitch of the outing coming here, especially for a guy with 7 strikeouts tonight. Here's the 2-2. In the air, center field, Thomas. He'll come in a few steps to make the catch. And there's one away in the 7th. The 8th start, one of the best for Ryan Nelson. Yeah, he's been doing it predominantly with that 4-seam fastball, but it's not just a 4-seam fastball, it's the location. He stayed in the top of the zone. Every once in a while, he makes in that slider. He's throwing that about 12% of the time. But if you're a hitter tonight, you're going up there, you're looking for a fastball, you just got to try and make it, get it down. Seven strikeouts tonight. His career high is 9. We talk about the fastball and its usage tonight. This guy up at the plate right here, Rob Smith, is yet to see a fastball. He smokes this one with foul. That with the cutter that he fouled off of the first base line. For the first time up, he saw a curveball for a base hit. Second time up, again he got the curveball and hit it to right field. This time, the first couple pitches, both of them cutters. Granted, he did get a fastball in his first at-bat for a strike, but he did not offer at it. What do you think? High fastball up in the zone? Just for fun? Just for fun? Give him a chance seen tonight. Right. I want to be left out. There we go. It is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So now Dominic Smith thinking, what am I going to see here? I've seen a steady diet of off speed. Now that fastball. The 1-2 coming from Brian Nelson. 2-2 as he misses low with a fastball. Fastball again, 3 straight, making up for lost time with Dominic Smith. But he's yet to elevate that fastball. He's been middle away, a little down and away. Fastball hit through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Smith making the aggressive turn on his way to second. The throw offline, and Dominic Smith hustles his way into a 2-base hit. And there's your answer why he has not seen a fastball up in the zone all evening. This is a pitch that many of the Giants hitters have been swinging through and missing. Elevated, even up and in. Dominic Smith able to get that barrel to the ball. Finds himself in
I wanna see you whip it. Pop Sutra time.